out of 10 cats. In the fast lane, it's Richard Hammond. Best foot forward, it's Paul Foot. And their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, see you later, calculator, it's Carol Vorderman. He's having a laugh. It's Matt Ford. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 43% of men flirt with people behind their partners' backs? I have to confess, I sometimes flirt with people without telling my girlfriend, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just a bit of harmless banter in the steam room of a gay sauna. It's nothing. 11% of single women have already picked out their wedding dress. It's an important decision. It's a lot of money to spend on a dress you're only going to wear never. And video game controllers have 5 times the amount of germs found on a toilet seat. It's their own fault for giving them that vibrate function. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. John Steen, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
The Sinead O'Connor's back in the news.
Tell me all about it.
Miley Cyrus done a sexy dance and Sinead O'Connor's angry at Miley Cyrus, which strikes me as odd. I mean, I don't think Miley Cyrus's Ed made a decision in her own life. It's like getting angry at Tony the Tiger because you don't like a Frosties advert. She cried in the video and she said, oh, I was crying for my dead dog. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's because Disney were killing it in front of her at the time. Cry in the video, yeah, that's nice. Cry while I kill your doggy.
Well, the controversy has been that Sinead O'Connor has got involved and written an open letter. What do you think?
But they wrote open letters back to each other. Didn't Miley Cyrus then respond?
She then tweeted her, I believe, yeah.
The reason Sinead O'Connor did it, isn't it because she was cross because Miley Cyrus said she was imitating her?
I think she said that the tear in the video was a homage to her Nothing Compares to You video.
She was Hannah Montana, wasn't she?
She was Hannah Montana. I think that's really the thing that's caused the controversy, because she used to be this incredibly clean-cut Disney star, and now she's making videos like Wrecking Ball.
I absolutely loved it, although I'm disappointed, because I'd heard... Well, I misheard. I thought she licked off MC Hammer. Deeply disappointed.
See, that's the bit I didn't like, because I'm sort of worried about rust.
I suppose when she's licking the hammer, she's not singing.
That's something.
She's got the palate.
It's also the
She'd be going... I was hoping it'd be a freezing cold day and her tongue got stuck to it. I mean, I don't know, I might be getting old, but when I saw that video, I thought, I hope that's not a pub they're knocking down.
I just think... I used to be a civil engineer, you know, back in the day, and it's the cleanest construction site I've ever seen. I was sort of more interested in how they kept the wrecking ball so clean.
Well, she licked it all, hasn't she?
Paul, did you enjoy the video?
Well, I mean, I just think they're all doing all this sexting now and they're taking their clothes off. I mean, could it possibly be that maybe it's because their music isn't actually that good?
How very dare you?
I mean, you didn't... but you didn't see J.S. Bach sort of pulling his pants down around the streets of Brandenburg, did you?
It's very hard to do a drawing of that. Pull them up. It's fun to watch famous people do stuff like that. I'd like to see Chris Martin on a giant falafel. And he swings out of the pita bread and you see, like, a little bit of his flank and his meat and 2 veg. And just as you think you've seen it, he swings back into the falafel pocket and out again like that. Just going, woo, and a big falafel. That'd be nice.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, Sinead O'Connor has angrily criticised Miley Cyrus for her raunchy video. It was shocking seeing Miley Cyrus on stage at the MTV Awards in a skimpy outfit, rubbing herself up against a penis, or Robin Thicke, as he's otherwise known. Sean Steen, what else has the nation been talking about this week?
Badgers! Badgers!
It's a very upbeat response.
Ah! how they can't kill all the badgers.
Well, they don't know how many there are.
Badgers have moved the goalposts.
This is actually a quote from a government minister when Environment Secretary Owen Paterson was asked if he'd moved the goalposts, because they're now saying they need to kill more badgers. He said the badgers have moved the goalposts.
They do, and that's why they must die. That's the kind of thing they do.
Richard, what's your problem with
We've got a
badgers?
massive problem with badgers. We have a lot of badgers anyway, and now we've got all these refugee badgers coming in, running away from all
Starting
these...
to sound like Clarkson, mate.
No! He was rude about badgers. No, he was rude about badgers. I like badgers, but I only like the ones that we already had, and then all the protesters were blowing whistles and banging saucepans to scare them away. So now they've all come and lived at our place, and that's kind of chucked our home badgers out. And...
How can you tell the difference between the new badgers and the old badgers?
Well, they've got different accents.
Because...
I think the cull's a good thing, because they say that there's the equivalent of one dead badger for every 10 yards between Tiverton and Exeter.
They always say that, don't they? Yeah, people are always saying that.
No, but it's actually quite a useful way of finding your way home. Instead of just sprinkling rose petals as you walk along, just follow
The usual method, yes.
A trail of dead woodland animals.
We gave it to them. That's what I feel sorry for. We caught TB in the Industrial Revolution, gave it to the cows. The cows gave it to the badgers. We killed all the cows that had it. We got rid of it. The badgers were just left with TB. Like, there you go, mate. They went, oh, I've got bloody TB now. And now they're trying to give it back, and we're shooting them all. It's like giving someone a cold and then shooting them, going, don't give me that cold, mate.
I'm a supporter of the badgers, and I've actually rescued 2 badgers, because they came round to shoot them, and I had a cottage down there, and I took them in, and I pretended they were slippers. And I would have got away with it, but one of them started coughing.
Carol, what do you make of the badger cull?
Well, I think it's interesting because obviously TB is supposedly spread by the badgers, and with this cull now, they're all running for the hills and obviously spreading it even more.
There is no TB. The whole thing is just the Countryside Alliance. It gives them an excuse to shoot something that's slightly black. Why? There's no TB.
Do you think the reason people are so upset about badgers is because they're like our pandas? You know, people are feel very, very fondly towards pandas. Do you think people see that badgers are... it's like a shit panda?
They are a bit like pandas, because I love watching 2 of them shag.
What, a panda and a badger?
Oh, no. 2 badgers having sex, not anything weird.
You like watching a couple of badgers?
Because there's 2 pandas up in Scotland they're trying to get to have it off.
Yeah.
So if people like watching pandas having sex, people might also like to watch badgers do it.
The badger might help, because the badger could be like a fluffer for the panda.
Sure.
Panda just goes out of the way, sunshine. I'll finish this job.
Let's have a look and see if the badger cull is up there. Yes, the badger cull's been extended as they say they haven't killed enough animals. The aim of the cull was to stop the spread of bovine TB and to distract Brian May from making any more music. John Steen, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Sex box?
Oh. Matt, you seem genuinely excited. Sex box, tell me all about it.
They have sex in a box. The cameras aren't in the box, so you can't see. And consenting couples go in there, and they have sex, and then they come out, and then there's a panel of experts, and then they just sit there, and they get asked about what happened in there, and they say, yeah, we did it.
Hang on. I want to know more about this, because I haven't actually seen this.
It's like a porno version of The Cube.
Right.
They should do it in the cube, then at least you'll be able to see what they're getting up to.
Yeah.
Put your hands on the table.
My favourite thing is the couples enter the soundproof box for 35 minutes. Hope they let them take a book in.
I couldn't be trusted. If I was on a show like that, I'd just sneak a big tub of yoghurt in, and then when they open the door, just lob it all out.
I thought the panellists were disappointing. I'd like someone like Alan Hansen on there. And Len Goodman. Len Goodman and Alan Hansen. Just going, 7! Alan Hansen going, that was woeful.
But isn't it a bit like a student house, where 2 people go into a room, and then everyone sits around and talks about it.
John,
What did they get up to?
John, Matt, you live together in a house. One of you must have
you
brought a
lived in
lady
a
home.
house
There must have been
together.
when you
There
two
must
came out of the
have been.
bedroom.
When one of us was having sex and the other one wasn't. Yeah, guess which way round that went.
Did you ever walk out into the room and have a little chat about it afterwards?
Yeah, he would come down and tell me. He'd come down and I'd go, so what did you do in there?
Nothing.
And he said, I gave the badger some nuts.
Did you see this, Richard?
No, I'm aware of it. I'd be tempted to go in and just try and rock the box until it fell over on its side. Just go crazy in there. But actually, I've just... until it rocked from side to side.
That's a very Top Gear take on this.
Impressive.
Let's try and push that over.
Or you could see how fast we could drive a sex box to Plymouth.
There is a reason people don't talk about sex, because not very nice. You don't... One girl said something like, you know, I sometimes joke about it with my mates, but, you know, I don't really talk about it with my mum. Well, of course you don't. You don't get to Sunday dinner and go, I had a cracking shag this week. You can't listen to them talk, though. When you know they've had sex, you cannot... Even if the conversation is mature, you cannot have a conversation with someone knowing they've just had sex. Because you're just waiting for them to go, well, we started off with a bit of...
Well, I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things, but Channel 4's new show, Sex Box, aired this week. If I want to have sex in a small, windowless box devoid of any romance or sexual excitement, I'll book me and my girlfriend into a travel lodge. Sean's team. What else have the nation been talking about?
Politics.
There was a cabinet reshuffle,
Cabinet
wasn't there?
reshuffle.
Yes, people are so excited by it. Basically, what they do is, as soon as someone has, like, got to grips with what they're doing a fairly good job, so they move them to a different department where they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They move them like their environment, and they move them to health. You don't have that in any other thing, do you? You don't have people saying, oh, yeah, you're doing quite a good job working on the tills at Asda. Why don't you try your hand at being a falconry expert?
I think what they should do is, if you're a minister for something, you have to dress appropriately. So if you're the Minister of Fisheries, you wear a sou'wester and carry a lobster pot all the time.
Health Minister, nurse's uniform.
Yeah, or yeah, sports, you got wet hair and a tracksuit on. Dress according to your job. Foreign Minister, it could be quite controversial. Onions.
Yeah.
Maybe sellotape
No,
your eyes.
no. That's where it went too far. The onions and the
very
berry
controversial. That's why I'm highlighting the pitfalls there. I'm not recommending it as an idea. I'm highlighting how wrong that would be.
I understand reshuffling the cabinet because they're running the country. I don't understand reshuffling the shadow cabinet because they're not doing anything anyway. That's like the difference between tidying your lounge and your loft.
No, you've got to I think it's amazing.
No, this is... You're genuinely excited about it.
Politics is phenomenal, and all the little changes, sort of like transfer deadline day, when they're moving around all the players, and out comes Brown, in goes Baker. What does this mean for government policy? Marvellous, isn't it?
And he had sex.
Matt, you used to work for the Labour Party,
Yeah.
right? What do you think's the matter with politics?
I think there's a serious lack of personalities in it, and I think Ed Miliband is sort of part of that problem. And there are people... I shouldn't like Nigel Farage, but...
That's the end of that sentence.
People like politicians that make us feel good. And Farage, even though I disagree with most of what he says, he's got that sort of, like, braying golf club... You know, the sort of guy who'd turn up at a golf course and go, Roger, you bastard! I want to hang around with that guy.
Well, talking of UKIP and characters, have a look at Godfrey Bloom, formerly of UKIP.
Now, Mr. Bloom, what do you make of the front cover of this, the conference brochure with no black faces on it?
After you interviewed.
What a racist comment is that? How dare you? That's an appalling thing to say. You're picking people out for the colour of their skin. You disgust me. Get out there.
But I mean, I'm making the point that you haven't got... What's appalling about making that point?
You, sir, are a racist.
Why am I racist for saying there aren't any black people?
And you've checked out the colour of people's faces. Disgraceful. You're disgraceful.
The thing is, there are other personalities. To be fair, in this reshuffle, some personalities did come in, and there's a guy called Norman Baker, who's a Liberal Democrat MP, who's now a Home Office minister, and he wrote a book a few years ago about the death of Dr. David Kelly, because he believes that the Iraqis did it and the British security services covered it up. This guy's a conspiracy theorist, and he's now in the government. Which I think, that's brilliant. That's going to make Parliament more exciting. He's going to be there going, and we will continue to invest in our security services because they killed Diana, the Queen's a lizard!
Sorry, what did you just say? The Queen's a lizard?
Yeah.
That's why they call her Liz.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, David Cameron has reshuffled his cabinet. David Cameron denies putting more women in the cabinet is mere tokenism. The promotions are Minister for Hoovering, Helen Grant, and Nicky Morgan, the new Minister for Total Sexiness. OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things still to get. What do you think, Sean?
Energy.
Oh, possibility of blackout.
Yes, the blackouts, yes.
Go on,
They
tell
said
me more about
there's not enough energy and there will be blackouts this winter.
Currently, the UK has enough gas storage for only 21 days.
OMG.
It's apparently the biggest energy crisis for 6 years. 6 years ago, of course, when we had no power cuts.
They were tough times, though, those 6 years.
It's the highest risk of a problem since a time when there were no problems.
A bit of speculating about what would the consequences be of an energy cut, apart from obviously switching Stephen Hawking off, which would be a terrible...
I was out with Stephen on Monday, weirdly, at the Pride of Britain. He was at our table, and there was a point after about 2 hours of the awards, because it went on quite a while. It was quite a long award ceremony, where we had to take him and plug him in. He went, I'm running out of power, and we had to go and plug him in.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel really bad now.
I wouldn't feel bad. It's fine. It's fine. I told him my Stephen Hawking joke. He rather liked it.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have much fucking choice, did he? Sat there in a wheelchair and you're telling him a joke. What can you do? Go, and he's been recharged. He can't get away. He's going to sit there and listen to you. Going, anyway, Stephen Hawking. He's going,
Sorry, Stephen. Back to the blackouts. John, how do you think you would cope in a blackout?
Well, interestingly, I've been watching... there's a programme on Channel 5 at the moment called Under the Dome, which is about a city that gets trapped under a dome and they've run out of power, and there's riots and looting and murders, and that would be my concern. If we had a power cut, I wouldn't be able to watch that anymore.
Are you worried about the blackout, Richard?
No, I'm not worried about the blackout, but I have noticed they are advising us to put together survival kits, emergency kits.
What's in your survival kit?
I don't know, I haven't built it yet, but I'm going to spend all weekend doing it at the end of this week, because I love survival kits. That's my favourite thing.
I think I'm the only one old enough to remember all the blackouts and power cuts in the 70s.
Also, when they introduced electricity, that must have been a thrill. So what was it like? So in the 70s, of course, we had...
So in the 70s, you had... Well, we had paraffin lamps and you had boxes of candles.
No, I remember that. The thing is, these days would be much better because candles are more varied, much better scents. In the 70s, it was just white candles, whereas now you've got cinnamon candles, various oils. Everyone would be much more chilled out. I
think everyone would immediately have a bath, wouldn't they?
Well, you can't, because the water won't be hot.
Oh, damn it.
Well, if there's no hot water, you just boil the kettle, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't, because it's a power cut.
We just watch some telly until it comes back on.
You can't, you can't watch the telly.
Put a DVD on.
OK, so... here's a fun fact. In 2008, a 2-day power cut in Holland led to a 44% increase in the birth rate.
Now, that's because you like to keep warm, you see. You go to bed and keep warm.
That's because she can't get away. It's dark, isn't it?
Well, what would you do in a power cut?
Well, I think the solution to all this is Snickers.
Should we just leave it there, or...? Yeah, should we agree? I think we're all agreed. Snickers.
Well, Snickers, it's got high energy, hasn't it? A lot of energy in Snickers.
Yeah, a lot of oil.
Build a power station and burn Snickers. Immediately, massive amounts of energy. Snickers can give us everything we need. There's no need for power.
That's our new Minister for Energy.
You spin the wheel, you see what happens. Yeah. Let's have a look and see if it's up there. OK, fingers up, buzzers. One more thing to get.
Is it the news that our kids are less literate and numerate than virtually the rest of Europe? There's only a couple of people below us.
That's absolutely right, yes. Britain's youth have scored among the lowest in international literacy and numeracy tests. Number 1 was Japan.
I think what it is actually the invigilators are much stricter these days. And in Japan, they're just like, yeah, it's sort of right, that's fine. It just shows in this country we're very strict, we like to do things properly.
What, they actually expect them to give correct answers and things like that?
Yeah, whereas in Japan, they're just like, yeah, whatever you want. As they're known for that, the Japanese, for being, like, all casual about stuff. They got about 650 different words for yeah. Like the Eskimos got 1,000 words for snow. The Japanese have got hundreds of words for. Crazy, easygoing, happy-go-lucky, freewheeling. Drifters, that's what they are, really.
We should probably crack on from talking about the Japanese.
Well, I think it's good for everyone to have an insight into their culture.
So why are the standards slipping? What's going on?
It's as though the basics of mental arithmetic haven't been taught properly, and actually they are the building blocks of everything else.
Or it could be this. Problem is that, like, sick and ill have become words for good. So kids are going in and their teachers are telling them they're illiterate, and they're thinking that's a good thing. I'm telling you, man, I got illiteracy in it. Told me to my face, blood.
Since I started on Countdown, God, back in, when was that, 1873.
I'm glad you got there before me.
Everyone says, you know, oh, Carol, because you're quite good at mental arithmetic, people think you're a maths genius, whereas him, over there, he's better at maths than me.
Paul, you studied maths?
I studied maths at university, yes.
So you did maths at Oxford?
Yes.
Do you think you're better at maths than Carol?
Well, yes, obviously.
Okay, let's see if it's up there. Did you hear that there? Just as I said, let's see if it's up there, someone just shouted, "I love you, Sean." That's how lovely. I don't know how Sean feels about you. I think with the best will in the world, I think he thinks you should see other people.
Yeah. No, I'm quite Japanese about the whole thing.
Yes, Britain's youth have scored amongst the lowest in international literacy and numeracy tests. How do you expect Britain's teenagers to learn to read and write? They're too busy bringing up their kids. So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, Silvio Berlusconi is set to carry out 12 months of community service, although unfortunately the community he's chosen is a Catholic girls' school. And this week, a Bristol woman of 85 got her first ever tattoo. She had the Grim Reaper on her shoulder, watching as she got a tattoo of a dolphin. So at the end of that round, Sean, Paul and Richard have 4 points, John, Carol and Matt have 1 point. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Paul, Richard, pick a question.
Well, I think we'll have Richard.
OK. Here's your question. Most people find driving a stressful experience. True or false?
False. It's not stressful. I'm usually drunk anyway.
Is that why you crashed that car? Is that were you pissed?
That was on purpose.
Why did that crash?
What happened? Tyre blew. Tyre went bang at 300 mile an hour. And
Why would that happen? Why would a tyre go up?
it was bad luck.
It wasn't a plot to kill you.
I hadn't thought of it like that until now. No, it was a tyre blew, but it happens to...
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for all the jokes we got out of it.
That's why I did it.
I've actually never met someone who's a text joke before.
What, was I a text joke?
Oh, yeah, there's loads of them going out.
I suppose that's one of the terrible things, is you sort of missed that.
You missed that, yeah.
7 years
Didn't anyone
ago.
send them to you?
Well, no, I couldn't see, could I, you pillar?
There was some crackers going round. My favourite one was the reason they call you the hamster is after the crash, your nuts were in your cheeks. That's not bad, you know.
Why have I been protected from all of these? My wife's never told me any of these.
A lot of people have social skills, so they wouldn't have mentioned it. But Sean is a different kind of man, and he tackles it head-on. John, do you get stressed driving?
I do, yeah. You're supposed to get stressed driving. I had a tyre blowout as well. I mean, it was less dramatic than yours, I'll give it that. Mine was 70 miles an hour in a Ford Fiesta on the M5 at Strensham Services, and it did not make the news. And there were no
Do people
text
tweet
jokes.
things about that?
No,
Hashtag bored.
It's frightening, though, isn't it? I mean, I was sort of brethren on that tyre blowout. How fast were you going?
I was going 320 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was doing about that.
Just under.
Just shade under. Just what's the speed limit?
Well, it was 70.
I was doing that. I was doing that. Maybe just a little bit more, because I'm a renegade. I might have been doing 72. Maybe I wanted to get home and have a glass of port. Who gives a shit?
Carol, do you get stressed driving?
Do I get stressed? No, I love driving. I love Top Gear. You know I love Top Gear.
Shall we look at Carol on Top Gear? We'll have a little look.
Now, the Liana.
Oh, yes. I just had a great day. I love the Stig. He was so good, and he taught me how to do handbrake turns today.
Well, that's not going to make you go very fast.
No, it isn't. No,
Pulling a handbrake on.
No.
Have you never done one before?
No.
So did that explain what happened when you were on one of your practice laps?
The last one, I was just pushing it a little too far.
Who'd like to see what happened on one of the practice laps? Yeah. Here we go. Right, where are we now? Oh, it's the follow through. Oh, a bit wide. Oh, how is this?
Oh. That was my last lap.
That was quite close.
Oh, this is great. This one's great. I have to say, I was fastest in the wet by 4 seconds at that time.
Fastest in the wet by 4 seconds.
I forgot to issue Carol with the list of words you cannot say to Jimmy. I'm afraid wet is one. You just can't say it. If it's raining,
Jeremy
you have to say
argued,
it's
and
raining.
he said it was only mildly moist.
Now you're pretty much reading out the list.
Oh, it's amazing watching that, though, because you look about the same, but Jeremy has gone from 0 to 60. If you look at Jeremy then, there's Jeremy back then. Look at that, he's a young man. Look at him now.
It's like he's been in that pod, you know, the film The Fly? And he got in there with a pickled egg. One thing I don't understand is, why does Sting wear a helmet? I don't understand that, 'cause he's quite a good-looking fella.
OK, most people find driving a stressful experience. True or false? What are you going to go with, Sean?
Well, I'll agree with Richard that it's not false.
It's not false.
It's not stressful, whatever that is.
It's not stressful, false. All right, what are you going to go for?
Well, I'm going to go
False.
true. Oh. I'm going to overrule because I've seen how you drive and it's made me stressful. So I'm going to say true.
So I can tell you the answer is false. Yes, only 31% of people find driving a stressful experience. I tell you what stresses me out, those white van drivers. They think they own the bloody road with their flashing blue lights. Calm down, mate, there's an accident up ahead. We've all got to wait. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top thing people wish they were better at.
Is it first aid? Because I always think, I wish I was better at first aid. Because the amount of times I'm in situations where there's somebody says, does anyone here know first aid? And I can't help myself. I always go, yeah. And I'm working on them. I'm thinking, oh, I should have been better. I wish I was better at this. I shouldn't really have put myself forward. No, I don't know what's the matter. It's just not working, this.
That's literally the worst thing you could do to a twisted ankle.
Yeah.
I wish I was better at shopping.
You wish you were better at shopping?
Yeah, because what happens is I think, all right, I'm going to... On the Monday, I think I'll go to the supermarket, I'll get myself some chicken and some veg and some fruit, and I'll look after myself, and then I get into the supermarket and I go, lasagna sandwiches are on offer. And I remember one week I had sandwiches for breakfast, dinner and tea for 3 days because they were all on offer. And I just bought a bag full of sandwiches. And the first day I thought, this is amazing. And the second day I thought, this is still amazing. By day 3, I felt bad.
Richard, what do you wish you were better at?
I don't know, but people will have said driving on that list. They will.
Driving's not in the top 10. Driving is like sex. I think people think they're good at it.
Well, sex is going to be on there, obviously.
It's not.
You've got the wrong list. You've just got the wrong piece of paper.
Top thing people wish they
You
were better
have
at,
got
no.
the... Well, what else is there to be good at?
Well, number 2 is saving money. Number 3 is making conversation.
Gravy.
Who gives a shit about
Gravy?
making conversation?
What do you mean, gravy?
Just wish I was better at gravy. I'm good at a roast, I'm shit at gravy.
But the gravy's the best bit of a roast.
I know, mate! That's why I wish if I was good at gravy and shit at parsnips, nobody would know, would they? Handshakes. I'm shit at handshakes. Or I catch them at the wrong angle.
It's a bit weak.
I need a
What were
handshake.
you hoping for? Look at him. He's wearing a mustard cardigan.
I need a handshake that is non-threatening but says to a plumber, yeah, I could do this myself, mate, but I ain't got the time. And I've got a handshake that says, it's broken!
Okay, it would help you if you went travelling, if you went to another country.
Foreign languages.
That's the right answer. John got it. Yes, the top thing people wish they were better at is speaking foreign languages. We had a really great French teacher at my school, but in the end I failed the oral. Apparently I didn't cup les balls properly. Okay, worst thing about living alone. Very much your specialist area we've hit here.
Well, I liked it. It's just the sympathy is the worst thing. People say, you all right living on your own? Yeah. Have you not got any mates? Yeah, because I don't live with them. But no, I loved it. I loved living on my own.
What was the best thing about living on your own?
Oh, just all of it. Nothing moved. Just, you know, think I'm going to stay up all night. Doesn't matter. No one's going to wake me up. No one's going to come round. Actually, it was tragic. I've just remembered what it was like, and now you ask the question, it's the constant crushing loneliness, the fear it's never going to end and you're going to die on your own.
Do you live on your own now, John?
No, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I live with her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Carol, do you live on your own? Do you have someone to look in on you in the winter?
I think the worst thing must be living on your own is like pulling a cracker, something like that. Well, I imagine looking at a bottle of vinegar and thinking, that'll probably last longer than me.
Or if you have a thing of Marmite and you don't even like Marmite. Just a Marmite and you hate it. Every day you get out and think, oh, I hate Marmite, I'm not going to eat that. If you've got 2 people, you'd say, one person says, oh, I love Marmite. Oh, don't talk to me about your Marmite. You and your Marmite, you can eat that on your own. If you're on your own, it's just you with the Marmite. Yeah. Just saying, oh, God, I've got the Marmite, don't like it. There's no one to argue with.
Yeah, yeah.
In the end, you acquire a taste for it. Mm. That's why I like Marmite now.
I reckon one of the worst things about living alone must be you've only got your own clothes to wear. There's not another like bank of clothes to dip into.
Yeah, and
situation arises that you'd need to.
If you're like wearing women's clothes in the day, you can't say, look.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't mean that. Whoa, 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 whoa!
If you wouldn't put women's clothes on in the day.
Well, not on television. I don't say that.
But you could, and you just say, oh, look, it's part of a loving heterosexual relationship. It's just something I like doing when my wife's out, sort of thing.
Who told you that?
You know, it's fairly obvious.
So, worst thing about living on your own?
Is it the worst thing about living on your own is nobody to talk to?
It's the right answer. Yes, the worst thing about living alone is having no one to talk to. There's an old man who lives alone next door to me. Still, he's just bought himself a new dog for company. I think he's called it Help, because I keep on hearing him calling it. Help! 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 Don't worry, though. I think the dog's come back, because I haven't heard him shouting anything in ages. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Paul and Richard are tonight's winners with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
dancing shoes, it's Bess Daly. She's the bee's knees, it's Aisling Dee. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, newsflash, it's Krishnan Guru Murthy. From beard to eternity, it's Joe Wilkinson. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 10% of British people let their pet sleep in their bed? There's nothing more relaxing than waking up in the night to feel the weight of your dog on your chest, to feel his fur, hear his gentle panting and sense his eyes staring at you in the darkness. Until you realise, hang on a minute, I haven't got a dog. 54% of teenagers never go to the cinema. Really? Where do they make their phone calls? And 25% of Brits rate themselves 10 out of 10 in the bedroom. I'd give myself 9.9 because I fell over on the dismount. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think people have been talking about this week?
I don't really talk to people. Tend to move away when
We put 2 girls on your team this week because we thought it would force you to talk to girls.
OK. Hey.
All right, John. Yeah.
Girls.
John. What about Tesco saying that we're throwing away, is it 2/3 of our food that we buy?
Phenomenal.
So much wasted food.
Yeah, well, specifically, it's the bagged salad. They reckon 2/3 of it goes in the bin. Tess, do you waste any food?
Well, I try not to, but yeah, hands up, I'm guilty of occasionally throwing away a bag of salad that's gone past its sell-by date.
You've got kids, give it to them.
Well, I do.
Whatever you and Vernon don't have, throw to them.
I do. And if it's not them, it's the dog. But occasionally you do find yourself throwing stuff away, don't you?
The thing is the labelling, isn't it? Because they say bag salad, mixed leaves, but actually that's not accurate, is it? It should be mixed leaves stroke compost. That's what it is. You're basically buying a bag of compost. Because sometimes, you know, it's gone off by the time you got it home. I go through red lights just to get the food home so I can eat it. Have a picnic in the car park.
I think there's a smell test where we all believe the best before date, just give it a sniff. If you're not sick in your mouth, it's fine.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of waste, 2/3 of everything you eat, but I thought about it, it's true, because I've got an example of, like, if I'm eating a packet of 3 Scotch eggs, I'll eat one and throw the other 2 at cyclists. You've really put that in terms everyone can relate to.
I waste so little. I went on holiday and took some Nurofen, because you can never be too prepared on a holiday, can you?
No, John.
And when I got back, I saw that one of the Nurofen had popped out of the little metal thing they're in, and I didn't want to waste it, so I ate it. Didn't even have a headache. Just thought, I'm not putting that in the bin. Then I had to get shit-faced just to get the benefit out of it.
I hate food waste. I think it's the worst thing in the world. I'd eat things off the floor just to make sure there's no waste. I also hate mice. And one time, my flatmate, to catch a mice for me while I was asleep, left some peanut butter by the toaster with rat poison on it and a spoon. And I came downstairs the next morning, I was like, oh, waste not, want not, I had to go to hospital and get my stomach pumped. It shows how much I hate food waste and also how easy I'd be to trap. But it's...
Krishnan, do you waste food?
I do waste food. I'm really bad. I'm a bit obsessive about the dates. So I'm always the one who looks at the date and it says it runs out on the 23rd, so I can't eat it. Because if it's off, then I might want to be sick or something. So,
Krishnan, you've been reading the news and all these stories about, you know, conspiracies too long. It's planned. Years ago, there was a flood in Honduras, and a woman was in a tree giving birth to a baby. A helicopter came along and pulled her out of the tree as she gave birth to the baby, and she was put into the helicopter with the umbilical cord still attached, and they both survived. Your bag salad isn't going to kill you.
I feel that story might have been a sledgehammer to crack a nut there, really. There was a helicopter and a flood in Honduras to get him to eat some salad.
A bad bag of salad might make you rush the news, won't it?
Well, I've got a
dicky.
weak stomach, and reading the news on a weak stomach is not good.
No.
My sister once had to throw up. She's a newsreader as well, and she had to throw up in between the stories. So she would do an intro and then go, and then carried on. You know.
Was it a particularly gory story?
There was nobody to relieve her.
Madonna has a new video out where she tries to be sexy. Sean, do you read the best before dates? Do you adhere to them?
No. I've got pesto in my fridge that Assad wouldn't fire at insurgents. I don't give a monkey, so I'm fine. I've got cast iron stomach.
Yeah.
The problem is, we have a generation growing up now who have never seen Ready, Steady, Cook. So they don't know how to make a meal out of a Mars bar, a red pepper and a stock cube. So they open the cupboards and everything's a meal anyway, and they just go, oh, I've got nothing in. Ainsley Harriott would have turned that into a gourmet feast and been delightful company in the meantime.
OK, let's have a look and see what's up there. Yes, Tesco has revealed the extent of food wastage in the country. According to the survey, 53% of food in this country goes to waste. The rest goes to hips and bums. Right, girls? Sean Steen, what else has the nation been talking about?
Alex Ferguson has written a book. He's basically got a few things off his chest about various players.
Did you think it was controversial?
I always think people were sort of having a go at him, saying, oh, why is he washing his dirty laundry in public? But imagine managing footballers for that many years. We all know what monumental tossers they are. Imagine just having to manage 22, 25 of those for 26 years. I can't believe he just hasn't just shot himself one day.
I can't believe he can get those guys on a bus. It must be like trying to herd cats. Yeah. No, we have to be there by 2. Honestly, there's a kick and a whistle.
I thought what was interesting is the cover. His nose isn't red. It's the one photograph where his nose isn't red.
You've got a picture of him? Here's a picture. There he is.
Yeah, look at his nose. It's brilliant. That's his home nose. That's what he wears to the United home games.
Someone should have told him to hold it a bit higher. That looks like his penis is a tiny little Alex Ferguson.
He called his My Autobiography, which isn't... It's quite a lazy title. The only way it could have been shitter if it was just called Book.
The most disgusting line in his book was the revelation that the hardest part of Roy Keane's body is his tongue. I don't want to know how he found that out, but what a disgusting image that is. That's a man who's broken legs. What can he do with his tongue? My God.
He can break hearts.
I was a bit gutted it came out this week, if I'm honest, because I released my autobiography this week as well.
Is it out this week?
Yeah, it's called Sex Panther. To be honest with you, it's mainly about panthers. Yeah, it's mainly
some great pictures in there.
Yeah. There's a couple with my top on. Can't find them.
Morrissey's got one out as well. Morrissey's got one out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to read them in tandem. I read a line of Fergie's, then a line of Morrissey's. So he goes, I wept for days when I realised my bicycle would one day rust. Rooney is an arsehole.
OK, let's have a look and see if Alex Ferguson's up there. Yes, Alex Ferguson's autobiography was released this week. In the book, Ferguson is scathing about David Beckham, Roy Keane and Wayne Rooney. If that lot ever learn to read, they'll be livid. OK, John Steen, what do you think the nation should be talking about? Are you going to hug him?
Strictly come dancing.
Oh,
You do every great at Christmas charades.
You've never seen a faffafoo?
No,
People are talking about Strictly, of course, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Because people are dancing and it's nice. Tires out the mums, doesn't it?
A lot of dancing.
You know, like kids, you send them to the park so they sleep. That's for mums and nanas, innit, Strictly? They get all excited and you go, oh, she'll sleep tonight.
The thing about Strictly is a little bit of something for everyone, isn't there? There's like the reality TV element for the 20-year-olds, and for the 30-year-olds there's a celebrity thing, and then for the nanas there's live music.
Well, let's not forget there's a lot of stuff for the dads.
And for the dads, yeah.
So who's Vanessa Feltz for?
I'm always fascinated by Britain's refusal to let Bruce Forsyth go. I mean, he's just like Britain's Nelson Mandela.
He is our Nelson Mandela.
He is. They're going to be wheeling that man out in 20 years' time and going, what was that, Bruce? Was that a joke? Tap once for yes and tap twice for no. Is it true, Tess, that they've told men to cover up? Have they done that?
Oh, Ben last week.
Oh, was it?
Ben, when he's doing the samba. Well, no, because the rumours were he's going to have a bare chest. And I'm sure further down the line, ladies and gents, he will have a bare chest.
Oh, my God, you heard it here first.
It is frustrating, though, not that they can't take their tops off, isn't it? Quite frustrating. I just think it's a shame. Like, I find it frustrating. Like, I'm not allowed to go bottomless on this show. They make me wear my trousers and pants even though I'm behind a desk. What's the point?
It's health and safety. We've been through this. Christian, would you ever go on Strictly?
I have been asked. It's basically middle-class porn, isn't it? That Strictly come down to, as far as I can tell. I mean, it's like... it's the job of the female newsreaders to sort of bounce around to entertain the bloke.
Like your sister.
And...
Well, this is...
What I find particularly annoying about Strictly is that if you are a camp man, you are allowed to be ruder than a man who is not camp. For example, if I were to watch Rachel Riley dance and I were to say, your bottom looked like a sack of potatoes there and frankly it made me sick, there'd be complaints. But if I were a camp man like Bruno and went, your bottom looked like sack potatoes, you
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, Strictly Come Dancing continues. One of the celebrities, Patrick Robinson, is from Casualty. His dance starts well, but halfway through he starts climbing a stepladder to hang Christmas lights over a bath, and you think this isn't going to end well. We're still trying to guess the most talked about things this week. Sean's team.
The thrilling climax to the Great British Bake Off. Yeah, or as I like to call it, Britain's Got Trifle.
Did you watch it, Sean?
No. I don't watch it out of any kind of, I don't have a problem with it, any issue with it. Just didn't happen to watch it.
I was a bit disappointed by the winning pie. It was just a pie.
What were you hoping?
Well, something a bit special. Like, I don't know, pie with Wi-Fi. Can't do that. Bullshit.
There were people who called Ruby, who was in the final, a filthy slag. I mean, to get into the habit of calling cake makers a filthy slag is dangerous, because most of them are in their 70s. I'll swear at a cake, if a cake is really nice, I might go, oh, you dirty bastard.
You never shouted at a baker before?
No, I don't think so.
Just going, yeah.
I don't watch it an awful lot, but I do see Mary Berry a lot because she lives very close to me, so I bump into her in the local supermarket, which is brilliant because I get to look in a trolley and a basket.
Is she by Mr. Kipling? Bet she is.
No, but interestingly enough, we've got a local frozen food shop. Allegedly, she goes in and buys a pre-cooked brownie tray bake.
That filthy slag.
I feel like I'm at a bus stop in Buckinghamshire. You see her, she thinks she saw that, she buys pre-made. Christian, did you partake?
Well, it's a bit like Breaking Bad, the Great Bake Off. The idea of it is a bit ludicrous and you wouldn't want to watch it, but then if you catch it, it's amazing. And you learn a lot, and it's quite addictive.
I would rather see the kind of shit bakers. You know, like, at the start of X Factor when they show the really deluded people.
The crazy ones that can't really do it.
I want to see the guy that baked a pie with, like, a lever arch file in it, or... decorate a cake with his own hair. That's what I want to do. It lashes out when he doesn't get through.
What you're saying is you want to be on the show?
Yeah, I love it.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, the #1 story. Yes, the Great British Bake Off was the most talked about thing this week. Bake Off's not been a great success in America. Of course, over there, it's a dieting show. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing still to get. What do you think?
I think it's maybe heat and energy. There's all these new nuclear plants that they're launching because the heat has gone up 10%. And the only people who are going to win from that are the perverts in the strip clubs, because they're going to get more dance for their dollar now, because the strippers will be like, oh, God, take off my woolly hat, take off my big coat. It'll go on for an extra 20 minutes before they get to the nipple tassels.
I don't think the first bit is really what the men are there for.
Really?
I don't think the bobble hat bit they're enjoying.
Do you go to the loo?
I don't go anywhere.
Where's the magic on that you can't start with the hat?
I love your idea of a strip club where the girl comes in with a hat and a coat. Everyone here? Right, I'll get myself ready. Right, back to nuclear power. John.
Well, there's going to be no energy left, so we're going to have to build some more nuclear power plants, is what's happening, because... Well, basically, because we've all come weak. I like the cold. I like a little bit of... It's romantic, isn't it, the cold? But to fill the deficit from the energy companies' prices going up and up and up, we're going to build nuclear power stations.
It's a non-renewable source of energy, so it has to go up, because we can't keep drawing from the earth forever, guys.
Yeah, well, we can while we're alive. Which is the main issue on the table at the moment. I think what we should do is all refuse to pay our energy bills. If everyone did it, like in a mass disobedience...
Just that woman and you,
yeah.
It sounds like.
That's two. Once you got two,
she's only
you got
clapping
four.
her hands to stay warm. She's like, oh.
Just everybody, just choose a quarter. We just choose one quarter, and everyone just says, no, sorry, we're not. Because there's 6 energy companies, and it's a cartel, really. There's no difference.
Yeah.
And then what they need to do is people generally need to have, like, some kind of civil disobedience. I'm trying to be like the utility Gandhi. That's who I see myself as. And everybody just says, no, we're not paying it. And that quarter, nobody... Because they can't cut everybody off.
They get their energy from Russia, though, so it'll be the Russians who just turn the tap off. You just go, you don't pay for gas, you don't get gas. I put the shoulder laugh in just because I thought I made him too evil. They're putting it in Somerset, which is incredible, because Somerset has about 5 years' worth of energy from burning dead badgers. Pile them all up. They just set fire to the badgers. They could keep Toasty warm.
Or don't shoot the badgers.
Years.
Put the badgers in like a hamster wheel. Get them working.
Yeah. Joe, you're probably an expert on this, I would imagine. What do you think about nuclear power?
Well, I'm not... Yeah, I know we need more energy, but I'm not really bothered about electricity because I quite like sitting in the dark. And I own a pair of night vision goggles. So I'm quite happy.
What happens with night vision goggles if you wear them in the day?
It hurts real bad. Yeah, I was wearing them, I opened the curtains, didn't realise 8 in the morning, lost one eye.
OK, I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things this week, but the nuclear power station will be built at Hinkley Point, or as it will be known in 5 years, the Forbidden Zone. Fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. Go on.
It's the christening of the royal baby.
Yeah. Exciting, wasn't it?
They christened him his official title, which is Prince George at Asda. So they're in touch with common people.
Yeah. Would you like to be asked to be one of the godparents?
I think...
would have been a tough choice for them, but...
I think it'd be a very difficult choice for everybody involved. I think it's wise that we discussed it and it was agreed that for both parties it wasn't going to work out.
And that's why Joe got the job.
I'm quite liberal about these things in the church, though. I mean, I'm a godfather to someone, and I said, when they asked me, I said, but I'm not a Christian. And they said, don't worry, just come and meet the vicar. And I said to the vicar, obviously, I'm not Christian. And he said, don't worry. When I just say, you know,
none of us are. Sorry, carry on.
Well, he basically told me to lie. He said, you know, when they ask you the question, you know, will you bring this child up in the tradition or whatever it is, just say yes. It's fine.
Joe,
I was saying the big scandal was that some of the royals didn't get invited. I was like, that's good. Christenings are shit. There's no disco, you can't smoke. You have to get the gravy stains off your suit. This is a grey suit, it's just covered in gravy.
He didn't look very happy, though, did he, in the photographs, the official pictures of Baby George?
We've got an official photo.
Have we? Look.
Look at that, he's got tentacles.
Oh, look. It's only his second ever public appearance and he's wearing a frock.
These sort of things are the only days where weirdos get called well-wishers.
A very good point, well made, yeah. You can sort of go out and about in London and no one
free as a bird that day. I can wave at babies and no one arrests me.
I never care about other people's christening. I have just come from St James's Palace, actually, from here. I was at a royal reception with Prince Charles and Camilla.
What were you doing at a royal reception?
No, they're going off to India and Sri Lanka, and they wanted to get in the mood, so they invited some British darkies. And
What now? Sorry, so they're going to...
So glad you said it, not me.
They're going where, sorry?
They're going to India and Sri Lanka.
And they invited you round to kind of get...
Yeah, me and a few friends. Get in the mood,
get some
taste
travel
curry.
We've got a picture of you there. Let's have a look. There you are.
Oh, gosh. That was quick.
Well, they're pictures. They're just... You can email them. We don't have to go into Snappy Snaps to get it developed.
Yeah, well, there I am, sucking up to Camilla.
What did you talk to Camilla about?
I talked to her about something really serious. We are both patrons of the same charity.
Oh.
So I talked to her about that.
It won't get reported as a serious conversation. Whatever the royals say, in the papers they put, they quipped, or they... As if they're these piss-funny, hilarious... The front page of the paper said, "It's the first time the baby's been quiet today," joked William. It's not a joke, is it? That is a statement. That's just a fact. He was noisy, and now he's not noisy. You cannot tell these people they're funny. They get enough, they get driven everywhere and carried in gold carriages. They need an honest appraisal, at least, of their comic talent. To be told, fine what you do, but that's a shit joke.
OK, let's see if George is up there. Yes, it was Prince George's christening this week. Sadly, DNA tests have revealed Prince George actually belongs to a Romany gypsy couple from Greece. So, those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, has accused the American Secret Service of bugging her phone. I'm not being funny, but if history's taught us anything, it's keeping an eye on the Germans. Never a bad idea. A cat in a Moldovan prison has been caught smuggling cannabis into inmates. The cat has now been sentenced to death, which means it can only do it 8 more times. And the Vatican has announced it's forming its very own cricket team. They should be good because pretty much every Catholic priest can be described as not out. So at the end of that round, Sean, Joe and Christian have 3 points. John, Tess and Aisling have 2 points. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Tess, Aisling, pick a question.
Can we have the robot, please?
Of course you want the robot. A recent survey revealed 61% of people would be happy to shop at a fully automated store with no human interaction. So we asked our studio audience, would you rather be served by a machine or a human being?
It's really annoying, isn't it, when you're in a supermarket and you use one of the automated tills and a light is flashing, it's either the DVD or a bottle of wine, and you know, you need help. They never work, those things.
You're supposed to pay for them before you leave.
I've lost it with them. I've just shouted at the machine. So I've swiped this loads of times, and I've just said, look, I'm taking the chicken, OK? Do your worst. The chicken's coming with me. It's like a hostage, so I walk out of the shop like this, go, I'm having this chicken, OK? I've tried to pay, you won't take it, I'm going. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
And then you swipe, nothing swipes, and then you go, an apple, no sticker on it, just goes boop, and you go, what the... Get in your head.
Occasionally, I like to put an unexpected item in the bagging area, just to hear a woman's voice.
Christian, would you rather human interaction, Christian, or...?
It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Generally, if the machine worked, I'd rather have a machine in a shop, but the machines don't work. It's like when you go to Heathrow, they've got the machine immigration thing, so that you can avoid the large queue, and then you queue up for the machine, and you put your passport on the machine, and the machine says, go and talk to a person. It doesn't work. So if the machines worked, fantastic, but they don't.
I think they do. I'd rather have a machine, because sometimes I'm buying stuff I do not want to have a conversation about. Let me just look at your basket and you go, well, we're not getting through this without a little quiz, are we?
What's the worst combo of items you've had to buy at a supermarket?
It's more the reason I'm buying it. Once I had a dream about a cake. I had a dream about a cake.
Our very own Martin Luther.
A set, yeah, I have a dream today. It's a set rhubarb and custard flan. It was rhubarb and custard, but the rhubarb had been cooked in rose water, so it had a slight Turkish delight flavour. It was set round the thing, and the custard set on top round a pastry. I wanted to bake it that afternoon. I didn't want to have to explain why a 25-year-old man was buying rose water and not booze. I should have been buying a 4-pack of lager and a DVD. I was buying rose water and rhubarb. I didn't want what I got, which was a cashier going, oh, what you doing with this, then? Because you look mental if you go, I dreamed of a cake.
I'm genuinely intrigued now as to how that turned out. All I know is, you know, you said earlier you'd like to see an early round of Bake Off where they see the nutties. OK, so let's get some answers on this. We asked our studio audience, would you rather be served by a machine or a human being? What do you think they said? What would you go for?
I'd say machine.
Human being.
OK, I can tell you the answer is 70% of our studio audience would rather be served by a human being.
Point in the bag.
OK, Seanstein, what do you like the look of?
I like the look of a crying woman.
This week, a man was jailed after forgetting to book his wedding venue and phoning in a hoax bomb threat to try and cover it up. It's a brilliant story. So we asked our studio audience, have you ever lied to get out of an awkward situation, yes or no?
I love that story. It's a great story, isn't it?
It's
you
incredible.
Did you have it on the news?
We didn't have it on the news, but it was a fantastic story. We should have had it on the news. But I thought it was a bit harsh.
What, that he got prison time
But he
for
got
that?
prison time, because I thought, well, I understand that. I would have done that.
Not a bomb hoax, though. You say that's OK to do bomb hoaxes because you've messed up. I think it's quite right. I personally think he's so stupid he won't even know where he is. He'll probably think it's just a really long, tedious honeymoon. What I like the idea of is that the ideas that he rejected. He had a list of ideas like Triffids, no, Vikings, ooh, lava from a volcano. He went bomb hoax.
OK, I've got a question for you, Joe. If you were getting married, right, to a lovely lady...
Hey?
No. Bear with me on this. If you were getting married to a lovely lady and you've forgotten to book the venue, I can't imagine you not being very organised, but imagine a scenario where you've forgotten to book the venue, what would you do in that situation?
Hire a sniper rifle.
Hire one?
Yeah. Not made of money.
Sniper. I love that bit of the yellow pages goes, sniper rifle hire. Oh,
there's a gap in the market thinking about it. Or I would just say the venue's double booked.
That would have been a better idea, wouldn't it? The venue's fucked up, they're double booked.
Yeah. Just don't ask them. If you love me, you'll trust me.
OK, have you ever lied to get out of an awkward situation? John?
I'd love to answer that question, but my nan's... I've got to go and...
You got a date with your nan?
I've had plenty of times I wish I'd lied, where honesty is not the best policy, where you just don't want to see someone and you can't think of a lie quick enough. It's go, oh, do you fancy coming out for a drink? And you go, no. Shit.
Yeah, you could have sugared that pill a little bit. OK, do you think our audience have ever lied to get out of an awkward situation?
Yeah, everyone has. My dog farted recently, and to cover up the embarrassment, I said I'd shat myself.
OK, so let's get some answers on this. So, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
OK, I can tell you the answer is yes. 93% of our studio audience have lied to get out of an awkward situation. Things get out of hand so quickly. I once heard of a girl who lied to her husband about how she got pregnant, and now there's an entire religion. So at the end of that round, it's 5 points for Sean's team and 3 points for John's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your question. Hardest job?
How much is working in a sour cream factory? No, like checking that it's off, but not too off. Ugh, yeah, that's all right.
I think the hardest job must be the little man who has to sit inside the ATM and push all the money out.
Hardest job? What do you think the hardest job is, Tess?
One of my hardest jobs was doing live kids' television and not swearing. Every time a kid kicked you or vomited on you, or, you know, we had one football game, Eat My Goal, and you get slammed in the face with a football live television, like,
I used to work on a stud farm as a tour guide.
Oh, for a second now, I thought that is the worst job.
Yeah. No, that's what they have to do. There's the penis cleaner. There's the person who has to guide the horse penis into the mare. So that's a tough one as well.
And was that... I mean, did you know the person that did that job? What job did you have?
He didn't do it to me. He did it to the mare.
I'm saying, did you do that? Did you do that?
I had to bring American tourists round while they watched this.
John, what do you think the hardest job is?
I imagine Alex Ferguson's wife is having a tough time of it at the moment. She's pretty much had 30 years where he's never in, and now he's just sat on their couch like it's the bench at Old Trafford. Just switch it! Switch it! If you want to change the channel, Alex, you can do it yourself. Spitting all over their living room floor.
Is it head of wasps at London Zoo? That's a thankless task, isn't it? I'm head of wasps. Feeding time's easy, just empty a bin in the cage. Is it head of wasps?
It's not head of wasps, no.
Daily Mail reggae correspondent. I'm head of reggae at the Daily Mail. No?
The company that makes Jim will fix it badges is struggling.
Is it police nurse? Because they're both difficult jobs. Imagine if you had to do two of them at once.
Police nurse?
You're a police nurse. Police... So you're a policeman. Oh, you're not feeling very well. Police nurse. Police nurse, mum. You're saying mother's most difficult job in the world, isn't it?
Sean, take that back.
Yeah, rather than welding and a North Sea oil rig.
You get a lunch break on a North Sea oil rig, don't you?
Don't get a break if you're a mother, though, Sean.
Yes, you do. It's a whole job's one long tea break. It's just a long tea break.
Have you stayed at home all day with a small child?
Yes, I have, yeah. Yeah.
Have you fed it from your boobs?
I think it's quite an easy one to get. It's regarded as a very difficult job.
Teacher.
That's the right answer. Yes, the hardest job is a teacher. All the teachers at my school were very strict. I remember every Monday morning I had to give the deputy head. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Tess and Aisling have 3 points. Sean, Joe and Christian are the winners with 6 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 Cats, the one and only Alex Jones. As easy as DOD, it's David O'Doherty and their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, all wrapped up, it's Tinchy Strider. That's the way to do it. It's Catherine Ryan. And their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1.5 million Britons would like to be buried with their mobile phone? And if you answer it when you're sitting behind me in the cinema, you will be. 1 in 20 people have held a party for their cat's birthday. Even the cat's thinking, this is a bit tragic. And 22% of nightclub hookups are one-night stands. Yeah, who would have thought the guy you tugged off in a toilet cubicle 2 minutes after meeting him in Hollywood's nightclub Romford wouldn't turn out to be the love of your life? But if you are watching, Darren, call me. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It was Halloween this week, so tonight our panellists' job is to guess the top 3 things people are scared of. Johnstein, what do you think scares people?
My attempts at being intimate.
Aw, don't put yourself down.
I'm not going to put myself down, but I'm just going to tranquillise myself.
Your attempts at being intimate?
Well, if I'm sexy with people, they find it frightening.
Why?
Could you just, give me a demo and I'll tell you whether I think it's frightening. Give us a little demo. Yeah, Alex is right there. Give her a demo.
I don't mind. Go on.
It's the tongue, innit? It's the tongue. I've got too powerful a tongue. I was born with it. What am I going to do? But I don't think it is me. What are you scared of? I'm not
Well, see, I say this with trepidation.
What are you scared of?
Ghosts.
You're scared of ghosts? Because last time you were on the show, you spoke about ghosts, because you've seen a ghost.
Yes.
Have you seen anything since you were last on the show?
No, but I have seen 3. So don't play it down. I mean, there's 3.
You've seen... Yes, you think you've seen 3?
I don't want to be one of these people who sees ghosts.
No, and there's medication you can take to stop But if you forget to take it, you will see them. That's...
Yeah.
Has anyone else seen ghosts? Have you seen it? You believe in the paranormal?
I haven't seen ghosts, but I'm kind of scared of ghosts. Yeah, because I'm just scared.
Well, you are little.
But no, I got something about when I was younger. You know what? Let me cut the story short. I'm just scared.
I think there's a happy medium between a really long story that goes on too long. I mean, really, that's just a bullet point there, I think. Give us a bit more. When you were young...
That's it. There's no story. I'm just scared of ghosts. Yeah. Like, actually, not every ghost. Casper was all right.
Yeah, Casper was a friendly ghost.
Yeah.
Are you scared of ghosts, Catherine?
Absolutely not. And I promise you, ghosts are more afraid of you than you are of them.
They're more scared of you than you are of them. I think that's spiders, isn't it?
Oh, spider ghosts, spider ghosts, spider ghosts.
Yeah.
Do you know, Naomi Watts said that the ghost of Princess Diana visited her and gave her permission to make the film Diana. But I feel like if Diana came back, she'd be straight into Kate Middleton, like, fill your knickers with jewels and run.
She should have that on a crest. Sean, were you scared of ghosts? You seem like a very level-headed man, but...
No, I'm not. But what's the point? Yeah. But no, obviously there's no such thing as ghosts.
Whoa.
I tempt all the ghosts, all the demons, all the spirits, all the dark forces of the underworld. I tempt you now. Do your worst. Visit on me the 7 circles of hell. Visit me with your...
Do you mind doing this when we're not here?
Tinchi is scared. He's been through this.
I think it's a bit much asking for a ghost, Sean, to appear on a TV show. There's certain scenarios in which you tend not to get a lot of ghosts. You know, you don't tend to get ghosts, say, in Argos. You never heard, the blue pens were all just flying. A number came up and I went to get the electric blanket and it wasn't ready yet.
I hope there are ghosts.
There are.
Well, all right then.
Good news for you, Jim.
I would like to come back as a ghost.
No, you wouldn't.
You and I are having troubles.
You would be.
He'd be the most mundane ghost ever. Well, that surface could get slippy. Better dry it.
No, you'd be a friendly cardigan wearing.
I was going to be, but I think I know someone who's getting haunted.
Well, I can tell you, ghosts are not one of the scariest things. But if you see a ghost, there are 3 things you must do immediately. Number 1, put down that drink. 2, turn the lights on. And 3, stop making things up. What?
No!
Wow. A little bit. OK, other scary things. Sean's team, what scares you?
Oh, Primark on a Saturday. And the biting and the blood. If you ever want to know what it's like to just have a true nightmare, drink a 2-liter bottle of Coke, just stand in the middle of a Primark. Your heart will be racing, and you'll never be afraid of ghosts again. It'll toughen you up.
Don't go there,
Titi.
Titi. Don't go,
I don't think so.
They'll take you to the place where they take all the children that have lost their parents. You'll be waiting there for ages. So it's not Primark on a Saturday morning. What
Horror
else do you
films,
think?
is it? People are scared of horror films. People go and see horror films deliberately to get scared.
Yeah, well, I like a horror film. Do you like a horror film?
Not particularly, no. I can see there's one good reason for horror films is it's an opportunity for intimacy between sort of teenagers, you know, and it's ideal because, you know, if you take someone to see Saw 2, anything you do to them afterwards seems like a treat. One reason for it.
Tinchy, do you watch horror films?
Not really, you know. No, I don't watch
Not your thing?
Nah, not my thing. I guess you can work out why I don't watch it.
Why don't... No, I'll ask. Why don't you watch horror films?
I'm scared. Simple as that, really. No, I don't really watch horror films. If it's on and I'm with people that are watching it, I'll watch it. But, like, I don't want to be scared for.
I sometimes admire the plumbing. You know, they turn on the taps and blood comes out. You go, that's pretty good, isn't it? Or a shower and all blood comes out of the shower, or they've got a blood jacuzzi. Yeah, I think that's quite a lot of plumbing's gone in there. The plumber's gone in there.
Do you watch horror films? John?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, I love it.
No, you don't.
Oh, I love it. It's nice to be scared because then when it ends, that's the thing. You're scared and then it ends. You think, oh, well, at least my balls aren't getting electrified.
That's not a horror film.
But if 8 out of 10 Cats was a horror film, I would be the one stumbling through the woods crying. Running away. I've worked out what it would be. Sean would be that you'd be the one I was running away from. I would find your house, think you were the nice guy, but then you turn out to be worse than him.
I can't believe he's totally figured this out.
And I was chasing you to warn you about Jimmy. That's the reason I was going, Dan! Dan!
OK, Alex, you watch horror films?
No, because 2 have put me off.
Which 2?
The first one would be Candyman.
Candyman's amazing.
See? But the other one, when I was really, really young, I watched this film about these kids. They were out on a boat on a lake, and then one by one they'd disappear, and you wouldn't see them. And the song was, dance, dance, forever, na, 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 na. Can't listen to that anymore.
The Harvest Festival's tough for you, isn't it?
Sure it wasn't just Riverdance? They were just disappearing off the side of the stage.
But it was horrible.
So they're on a boat and then they, fall off?
Well, I don't know. They just disappear.
Jaws.
I mean, I was about 8.
Yeah, Jaws is...
It wasn't Jaws, because there was no bloody shark.
If it's a lake, it's a coarse water version of Jaws. Trout.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, horror movies. I often watch horror films hiding behind the sofa, so my neighbours don't know I'm there. OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things still to get. What do you think?
People are scared of going to the dentist, aren't they? I know you're not, but some people are.
I was wondering about your teeth. Do you have are these for best, those teeth? Do you have a set for just wearing at home?
Yeah, these are for special, these are for best.
There's your best teeth.
Do you know, I'm upset, Mr. Carr, because Cheryl Cole was voted best smile in this country. And I feel like you deserved that.
I don't know if she's got the best smile. I think Ryland has got the best smile. Yeah, take a look at Ryland.
Is that real?
Yeah, Armitage Shanks did his. That's incredible. That's...
Is that genuine? His teeth?
Those are his teeth, yeah. OK, so, Catherine, you recently tweeted that you were quoted £6,000 to straighten your teeth. Let's have a look at the tweet. I can't see what they would have done. They're fine.
Well, if I had £6,000, I'd sort out my willy finger syndrome, because...
Oh, yeah, you have got a touch of the willy fingers there, haven't you?
Each one of my fingers looks like a small penis.
Not that small.
I had to get a brace the year before last I got punched in the face in a Chinese takeaway. Yeah. There was a drunk man in, and he was being racist to the man behind the counter, and so that does not happen when the D-man's around.
Sure, the enforcer.
I told him to shut up, and so he swung, but he was so drunk, he went that way and fell over that way, and so I stepped back, and then he went that way, and he fell that way, and, like, this could have gone on for hours, but the man behind the counter, the victim, just looked up, had missed what had gone on before, and just saw two pricks fighting, and he jumped over the counter and punched me in the face. It knocked that tooth back 1/4 of an inch.
That's a good dental story, but not the best dental story. This is the best dental story. Last year, a dentist in Poland was treating her ex-boyfriend for toothache after he dumped her. She knocked him unconscious, knocked him out with the drugs, and then she removed all 32 of his teeth.
Whoa.
I imagine he said... Tinchy, are you scared of the dentist?
No, I'm not. That's one thing I'm not scared of.
Yay! We found it! OK, let's see if going to the dentist is in our top 3. Yes, going to the dentist. When I was a kid, I was scared of the dentist. He was a paedophile. Fingers on buzzers?
Flying. People are scared of flying, aren't they? Because you might die. What amazes me about people who are scared of flying, they always go, oh, yeah, but the odds of dying in a plane crash are like 1,000,000 to 1. You go, yeah, I'm scared of being the one. And it looks... If you're going to die in a plane, I'd rather die... You know, they made it look in the 70s. Like, people used to turn up at the airport, like, 5 minutes before the flight with a martini and, like, get on smoking a fag and shit on the floor. It looks amazing. Yeah, start the bloody plane. Do you want a martini, pilot? Yeah, I'll have a bloody martini. I'll see you in Jamaica.
OK, a recent report revealed that 1 in 6 pilots have flown planes in which both pilots fell asleep at the same time.
You know there's a problem when you're hoping to get hijacked just so someone is awake in the cockpit.
You need to be awake for the whole of the thing?
No.
I feel that way about motorways. Like, if it's the M1, that's really straight. You've got cruise control, and there's a little buzzer that comes on if you're too close to the car in front. Just have a nap.
I kind of disagree.
Well, it's a real different perspective, thank you. Alex, what do you like on a plane? How do you pass the time on a plane?
I'm quite good, because my boyfriend, he's Kiwi.
Shit. I thought you were in there too. I felt the vibes. I thought anything...
Go on, Alex, go on.
You do remind me a bit of him.
Well, I'm not alone in thinking, Alex, you could do better.
So he's a Kiwi, so we've got to go quite a long way on a plane quite often. So what I do, I book an airline that has Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And then I tell myself, you will not get off this plane until you get $1 million. Which takes me quite a while.
I would imagine,
so
yeah.
That keeps me occupied for the entire flight.
I feel that I would be scared of flying if I thought for a moment about how, in the name of Jesus, planes stay up there. But instead, I put it on the long list of modern things that I have no idea how they work. Phones, computers, wheelbarrows, like... Shazam! Like, you know the thing on your phone that can identify a lot of songs? How does that possibly... Like, people say algorithms, but yeah, what is it? It needs to be a thing. It needs to be like a wizard in a cave, the Remen and the Virgin or something like that, you know?
Well, I can tell you, flying is not up there, but it's very important to listen to the safety announcement, because otherwise you won't know where your whistle is when you hit the Pyrenees at 700 miles an hour. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing still to get.
Death.
Death.
People are generally scared of dying, aren't they?
Are you scared of dying, Sean?
Well, I'm getting older, so it's become more of a, pressing concern.
Well, how would you like to go?
Muffled by flesh.
to be cremated and then made into pencils. When I'm dead.
Is there lead in you?
Stick around, baby, you might just find out.
Carbon, isn't it? Carbon for pencils. Graphite,
Well,
that could be a
lead,
carbon
no?
pencil. I think it'd be a good way of teaching kids to be more careful with their writing. If, say, their pencils were made out of, like, dead relatives. If they made a mistake and had to rub it out, you're rubbing a loved one off the face of the earth forever. Yeah. Whereas if you don't make a spelling mistake, then you've turned Grandad into a lovely poem.
You really understand the mind of a child, don't you?
I think the thing about death, I mean, it's a scary thing for lots of people, but I think the idea of your own mortality can make you kind of do things in life. So take a look at this.
Okay, so there's a truck getting towed, and it looks like it's coming at us, and my wife's asleep. So we're gonna see if we can scare her. Babe, wake up, there's a truck coming!
That is good.
Tinchy, if you had to die, how would you like to die? Have you got any idea?
If I had to die, I don't know, maybe on a plane.
On a plane? It's very few people's first choice. It's interesting.
On a plane, you know, like when you're going down, I feel like you're just like, I don't know, it's like a roller coaster ride.
I suppose right until the impact, it's pretty good.
I've had a near-death experience on a plane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's flying to America, and they had a problem with one of the engines, and people started getting very nervous and edgy, and then the other engine packed up, and the plane was plummeting towards the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and there was just panic, pandemonium on the plane. And I remember, for some reason, it was quite interesting, because I realised I wasn't actually that, but I was quite calm, I was quite composed. I was a bit pissed off to turn the film off. And there's a little old lady sitting next to me, and she was in a terrible state, and I felt responsible, and I was very calm. She was just, and I took her hand, and I brought it down onto the armrest, and I just looked her in the eye, and I said, "Fuck you, old lady! We're gonna die!"
Let's see if death is up there. Of course it is. The most frightening thing. Yes, the top thing people are scared of is death. Personally, I'd like to die as I lived, charging each funeral goer £25 plus booking fee. So at the end of that round, John's team have 1 point, Sean's team have 2 points. Our next round is pick of the poll. Sean, Catherine, Tinchy, pick a question.
Well, I have a picture of Tinchy.
OK, you've chosen Tinchy. Here's a clip made by an American preacher to illustrate your question.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
If another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak, I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek.
If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyle.
Hit me.
Tinchy, what do you make of that?
It was all right. It was trying. I like how they was putting some words together, but they just had the rhythm wasn't there. Like, it's like, you know, loosen up a bit, man. Have fun with it. I like the bit about turn the cheek.
Yeah, that was the sexiest bit, I felt. So here's your related question. Most people think rapping is harder than singing. True or false?
I rap, so I'll say singing is harder because I can't sing, and I think rapping is easy. Have you ever tried rapping?
I've never tried rapping because it would be the worst thing in the world.
I think you should try as in now.
I would say that is about as likely as me getting my balls out. Go on, teach Catherine how to rap. Catherine, can you...
I could rap you a love song.
All right, lyrics. First of all, let's make it simple. If you say like one line, that's a bar.
Yeah.
2 lines, so to make it easy, let's do 4 bars for you.
Okay.
And you say you want to talk about love.
Yeah, I want to talk about you and me.
Oh, you're in love?
Yes.
Now tell me how deep you're in love.
Okay, like, I'll talk about me. I'll be like,
Try and rhyme it as well, that might help.
I'm the big white girl from Canada, chilling with Tinchy, yeah, that's the star of the hood. Maybe this is where our love begins.
Oh.
After the show, you take me back round the beans. Yeah, you don't gotta do a lot of being trauma. Just say the word, I'll be your baby mama.
Oh, wow.
John, do you sing? I've never heard you sing.
No, but you've never seen me do a lot of things I do. I sing, yeah, I sing. Mostly musicals.
Oh, I like musicals.
Yeah.
Which one?
Phantom.
Lovely.
Love a bit of Phantom. Cats, obviously. Ironically, I don't like cats.
David, you do a fair bit of singing.
Yeah, I do. I think when I try to sing, it's so bad, it comes across as just talking, really. And talking with a beat is pretty much my rap. So I'm trying to think of... They call me David O'Doherty because it's on my birth certificate. 18-12-7-5 at 8:15. Youngest of 3, 7 years to the last. Was I planned? I don't know. I've never asked.
Was I planned? I never asked is the end of that.
The tragedy of that is that I was born on the 18th of the 12th, so therefore I was conceived on the 17th or the 18th of the 3rd, the 17th of the 3rd being Patrick's night. So that would answer that question pretty much. And raise the horrific image of my mother in a green afro wig going, go on, it'll be fine, don't worry.
OK, so what do you think's harder, rapping or singing?
I think obviously rapping, because you got to write it and do it, whereas singers, they just sing other people's songs, don't they?
Some singers. Some people write their own songs.
Yeah.
What's your favourite song? Can you sing as well?
Summer breeze!
Make me feel fair!
Voice of an angel. Wonderful. There's a tear. There's a tear.
Yeah, I think I got my next
beautiful.
feature. Yeah.
So you're going...
you know what? Really, I'm just saying singing because I rap and I find it easy.
You're being humble.
I'm being humble, but really...
OK, we'll say no. We'll say rapping's harder.
You're saying rapping's harder. John, what are you going to go for? What have you done?
Something just flew in my fucking ear, Jimmy.
Ghost! It's a ghost!
Ghost spider!
Maybe the ghost spider's escaping. Ghost spider. OK, what are you going to say, rapping or singing?
Singing is harder.
Yeah.
OK, you're saying singing, you're saying rapping. I can tell you it was close, but the answer is false. Only 47% of people think rapping is harder than singing. You got a point. My problem with rap music is it tends to disrespect bitches and hoes. The trouble with rapping is you have to lizzle a whole new vocabulary. Right, let's get on with the quizzle. So at the end of that round, it's 2 points for Sean Steam and 2 points for John Steam. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Most romantic gesture. What's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for you, Alex?
Taking me to Chicken Cottage. I did read about a man
Go on.
who took his fiancée to a hotel, and the plan was he was going to propose to this lovely girl. And so in the morning, he opened the curtains, and a year before, he'd planted these daffodils, and the daffodil spelt, "Will you marry me?"
But imagine if there'd have been a mole he didn't know about, and he'd eaten loads of the bulbs. And then when she pulled the curtains out, it just said, Willie... me. Willie me. You went, those bloody moles!
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done, Tinchy?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not really romantic like that. I kind of try and, you know, the whining and dining and all that. I skip that, go straight to the point.
Catherine, what's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for you?
Well, I used to think cooking was really romantic till I saw how it turned out for the guy on Breaking Bad. My current boyfriend's very romantic.
Right.
But it's wasted on me. I'm a bit of a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Hey.
John, are you a romantic guy?
I will sometimes, for my girlfriend, I will not deliberately piss her off all day. That's quite romantic. But I'll do a thing if she says something like, can you turn it up a bit? I'll go, I'll turn you up a bit. And I will literally do that for every sentence she says. And sometimes I don't do that, because I'm a good guy.
I need to learn from you.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, he's like Mr. Miyagi, yeah, sure.
Who's Mr. Miyagi?
Mr. Miyagi, you know, from the Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
No, I've never seen that.
You've never seen the Karate Kid?
It's been on, but I haven't really watched it.
So you're in a room, the Karate Kid's on, but you look the other way. OK, David, most romantic thing you've ever done?
Fart the music from Sonic the Hedgehog.
No way, the whole thing?
Certainly it sounded like the start of it, but we both just went, that was the Sonic the Hedgehog music.
What was that second bit?
Was
that you making out with someone?
Yeah.
Can we have that again? Because we want to learn.
Well, there's two classic sorts of making out. There's this.
Oh, that was like Hannibal Lecter.
I opted for the other one, which is this.
Your tongue really flicks. It's got good tongues, actually.
Maybe it's brush your tongue. No, sometimes you brush your teeth, you brush your tongue as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of decency.
You're not meant to do that all the time?
Well, I don't.
Oh.
I don't until it looks like a sort of carpet in a in a car rental showroom. Car rental place, but it looks like that. It's that sort of olive green carpet you get. Yeah, I think I better brush it now.
You can go too far. I mean, too romantic is weird. I once wrote a girl's name all through an exercise book and sent it to her. I thought it was romantic. It showed devotion and grammatical accuracy.
But too much romance, it can be a bit wet.
So what's the line? What crosses the line for you?
Take somebody out for a meal, great.
Perfect.
Write their name on every page of an exercise book, over the line. So hopefully you're the right side of the line now.
I've zigzagged that
you've got a girlfriend. Good.
I know, and I've learnt not to be romantic. So that's it. Sometimes I'll throw a wet tea bag at her head, just so she knows.
OK, I'll give you a clue. It's something you might invite someone around for?
Cooking a nice meal.
That's the right answer. Yes, the most romantic gesture is cooking someone dinner. I cooked for my girlfriend last night. She said it was the best lasagna she'd ever tasted, which I think means it was the worst apple crumble ever made. Next one. Top thing that makes British people angry. What do you think?
It strikes me as a visitor to this country, the things that annoy people are very often not the big things like the breakup of the NHS or bankers' bonuses, like apostrophes in the wrong place. So it's probably that was the final straw in 1939. It wasn't the takeover of Poland by Hitler. It was like he spelt Nazis with an apostrophe. Oh, let's get him.
What makes you angry?
What makes me angry? When I'm driving, when we come to like a zebra crossing and like someone feels like because of zebra crossing, although I'll stop for you, but say thanks because I don't have to stop.
You do. Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah, no, you do. Yeah.
I don't.
You do legally, you do.
Yeah, legally you do, but I really don't. I'm in a car. You're on your feet. Like, if I didn't stop, what were you gonna do?
I absolutely get that because when you're driving, because all it requires is it's just the eyebrow raise. It's just
that's it. Like some people look as if like they look at me like, oh, you
don't do the eyebrow raise on a zebra crossing?
No, you're meant to stop. You're meant to be considerate of pedestrians, people who are softer than you. You're in a big metal box. And I'm meant to say thank you for not killing me. Basic standards. That's like saying thank you to somebody for not stabbing you in the head while you're walking down the street. Thanks for not punching me in the face. Thanks for not pushing me in front of that train. You spend your whole life thanking people for not doing something insane, which would be running you over. In fact, I'd be more likely to just go, I don't do that because there's a lot of hard people driving who get out of their cars and beat the crap out of you. But really...
You've had a bit of luck if it's Tinchy, really.
Yeah. You don't know.
You never know.
Yeah. You know, don't underestimate anybody. Especially me! Yeah. Oh. You came so close, Jimmy.
What do you think? What makes you angry? John, you seem like a pretty easygoing guy. I can't imagine you get upset by much.
Getting run over by rappers. It's not having anything to get angry about, isn't it? It's nice to get angry. That's why we read papers in the morning. So before we've even finished our toast, we go, look at the state of that!
What were you looking at?
Stacey from Warwick. Ill-thought-out views on Britain's membership of the EU. Fair enough, have an opinion, but put your clothes on and then we can talk about it.
OK, Alex, have any guests on the One Show annoyed you?
There's been about 4.
Let's name them. Come on, let's go
How about
down.
no?
One Direction.
No, they're all right. Yeah, I mean, they've got about literally 115 people with them, choosing which ripped vest they're going to put on. But, they're all right.
They always make the right choice.
Yeah. You can't get it wrong, really, can you?
Well, no, I mean...
Whatever you put on those guys, it's just great. Whatever you're doing, guys, just keep doing it.
Go on, back to the annoying guests.
Bruce Willis was rubbish on the One Show.
Oh, Bruce.
You sound like you've broken up with him. Oh, Bruce.
I would have if we were together after that. He just was a bit... He didn't know it was live, for a start.
You could have told him.
And then I did. In the first VT, I said, listen, Bruce, this isn't going that well. You're going to have to speak.
To be fair, it's a difficult gig for him to get up for, I imagine. If he's come off the back of, like, a Hollywood film where he's blowing up helicopters, and then he's got to come off the back of a Giles Brandreth documentary about maggots.
I'll tell you what, something really does annoy me is when you go into a jeweller's and they're selling loads of clocks and they're all different times. I'm thinking, you're trying to sell me these clocks and you can't even be bothered to get them on the right time. Why would I buy a clock from you that isn't showing me the right time? That's all I want from a clock, is that it tells me the frigging time, and you want to sell it to me, you want to charge me money, and you can't be bothered to go like that. You've got a bloody nerve trying to sell me clocks, and you can't even prove it's not a clock. If it's not the right time, it's not a clock. It's just some numbers. It's some numbers and some sticks moving different ways. It's not a clock. So don't... Next time I come in there, mate...
I'm annoyed about that now.
Did you see that CCTV footage of, like, some armed robbers? I'd love to go into a clock shop with balaclava and go, put all those clocks right! Just hold it to his head, go, now the next one, now the next one! Right, I'm out of here.
OK, what's the top thing that makes British people angry?
Is it football? Because I know you have a very delicate relationship with football. You love it, but it makes you so angry.
That pisses me off at the football. There's always a clock that tells you it's 3:15, but the clock on the match says, like, 17:23, because there's 17 minutes gone, but the actual time is... And 2 clocks in the same room just kill thousands of people.
It's like a bloody jeweller's. We waited till Series 16 to break out that face. OK, top thing that makes British people angry. It's people being unhelpful.
Bad service.
Yes, that's the right answer. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Alex and David have 2 points, Sean, Catherine and Tinchy have 4 points. They're the winners! Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
On 8 out of 10 cats, Off the Brook, it's Alex Brooker. Why Pet, it's Chris Ramsey. And their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, the beard and the wonderful, it's Joe Wilkinson. From Man Down, it's Roisin Conity. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 80% of obese people say they've got no idea how much they should be eating? Here's a clue, less than that. 30% of people say their favourite meal hasn't changed since childhood. My favourite meal's still the same, sucking on boobies. Right, Mum? And 18% of the population has sleepwalked. My girlfriend's a terrible sleepwalker. A few weeks ago, she sleepwalked out of the house, sleep met up with her ex-boyfriend, they sleep shagged, and now she sleep left me. When she wakes up, she's going to be so embarrassed. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean Steen, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
I think people have been talking about Guy Fawkes Night.
Did you go to a bonfire?
No. I don't really like fireworks. I think they're like looking at views. Just boring after a while.
Yeah, views. Yeah. I mean, the whole eye is overrated as far as I'm concerned. You don't like views?
But listen, you go out and then you've got to look at the fireworks and you go, this is great. And then 3 minutes in you think, I'm bored now, I'm cold. And then you're stuck there.
Sean, is it a big night in your house? Do you do the bonfires?
Yeah, I like the bonfire thing. I mean, I had to take the RSPCA's advice quite seriously because they said you should check under your bonfire for sleeping hedgehogs. And I couldn't find any, but luckily I had some in the freezer. So. Yeah, got that sorted.
Yeah, sure. I think I look like Guy Fawkes because the people on our road did an effigy and it really looked like me. They'd done it on our road. It was right in front of my house. It was kind of in my front garden. They'd even used, like, a photocopy of my face. And they were, like, chanting, "Weirdo out, weirdo out, weirdo out," which must be like a traditional chant or something.
John, did you go to a fireworks display?
It was a landmark year for me. This was the first year when I couldn't even be bothered to go to the window to look. Usually, if I hear some, I'll go and have a look at my neighbour's fireworks. But this year, I just thought, nah, I'm enjoying Gogglebox.
I think anyone who pays an entrance fee to a bonfire display doesn't understand what the sky is. Like, £2 in, I'm going to stand on that car over there and play with my £2 that I've just saved.
Taunt them with it.
Yeah, just...
The best firework display, I think, in history was in Scotland a couple of years ago. It was meant to last half an hour, but due to a technical hitch, all the fireworks went off in under a minute. Let's have a look. This was meant to last half an hour. You'd have made it to the window for that, wouldn't you, John?
I would have, yeah, if I'd have heard Armageddon outside my window.
Just imagine being there thinking, oh, how are they going to follow this up? Oh, they're not. I'd like to have seen the guy's face who lit them all and at the end just stood there just like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but you tried to stop them. I reckon he just wanted to beat the traffic. He just sat and just ran to his car.
Let's have a look and see if firework night is up there. Yes, it was bonfire night this week. In one town in Kent, locals burnt an effigy of Apprentice star Katie Hopkins, which seems crazy because you can get the real Katie Hopkins for £75 plus travel.
That's always the fascinating thing about effigies, isn't it? Is you can see the start of it thinking, yeah, I'm going to make an effigy of Katie Hopkins. And then you start it, and then hopefully, after about 10 minutes, you go, what am I doing? And then stop. But it's the desire to finish it.
Yeah. Have you got, like, loads of half-finished effigies in your garage?
Yeah.
Your one's nearly done. It's the hair I'm having trouble with. I can't get it quite like an ice cream. I want it to be just right, Chris.
OK, John's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
What about the Tesco? Tesco have got new technology that means they can scan your face and tell you what you want to buy when you're in a garage.
I'm not sure. Is that a good idea? I mean...
I could do that. Petrol.
So Tesco's are rolling out new advertising screens in 450 of their petrol stations. They use hidden cameras to scan people's faces to determine their age bracket and if they're male or female, and then they can sort of market products to them.
So how do they tell you what they think you should buy? Do they whisper it? Do they come up to you and go, I think you need some crisps?
I think they would look at you, Sean, and go, I think moisturiser, maybe, you know.
Prunes. Fly spray.
They've had this technology in toilets for years, though. I go into a garage, and when I get in the cubicle, it tells me exactly what they think I'd like to do to someone and who I can call.
Alex, you used to work for Tesco's.
Yeah.
Is this a good idea?
I was a heartthrob on the tills back in the day.
Heartthrob on the tills? Yeah, of course you were. where you were just on the main tills?
Yeah, I was on the tills. I mean, I'm crap at shelf stacking, so... tills is the only place they're going to put me.
Imagine the till might be a bit hit and miss as well, but that's not...
I think I was the reason why they brought in self-scanning.
The long game of it is to improve shopping experiences around the supermarket, and I don't think it's going to make much difference. If they want to make shopping better, I just think it's simple. Just make a shopping trolley that adults can sit in.
Who's going to push you around, though?
I'll just ask someone. I'll just sit there until someone pushes me around.
Or you could get a baguette. Punt around the supermarket.
A couple of them.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, indeed. Sean's team, what do you think the nation has been talking about this week?
Is it, well, hit right into my territory here. It's Justin Bieber's done some things. Justin Bieber.
Well, police in Brazil have charged Bieber with illegally spraying graffiti in Rio. Defacing buildings is a crime in Brazil, punishable by up to 1 year in jail. I can't imagine Justin Bieber surviving a whole year. But it'd be a hell of a week for the inmates.
You'd be like one of those Mexican piñata toys. They just keep bashing him till sweets just fall out of him.
He's just a kid, isn't he? I think I feel a bit sorry for him. When I see him now, I hate him. But, you know, he first did a video when he was 16 of him on a guitar, and he's a really nice little kid in his mum's house, doing a little song, and then I kind of think, I think we made him a twat.
I get really upset because, as a believer, you know... and I know you'll find it unbelievable that I am a believer.
I find it unbelievable.
I'm sick and tired of unbelievers mocking our beliefs.
Well, I can tell you it's not in our top 5, but Justin Bieber appears to be having a meltdown in Brazil. According to tabloid reports, whilst in Brazil, Justin Bieber allegedly visited a brothel. He must have ordered off the kids' menu because he had a mini sausage, fish fingers, and then he spilt his beans. John's team, what else has the nation been talking about?
The Call of Duty came out.
The Call of Duty? The Call of Duty's come out on your Sega Mega Drive. On the first day it came out, it made $1 billion worldwide. So it's bigger than any film, any music, just huge.
I ordered one, not this one, it was the last one. I went into the shop and I pre-ordered it, and I paid like a £10 deposit or whatever. He went, "Are you coming for the midnight one?" And I went, "Do I have to come at midnight to get the copy?" And he went, "No, but you're not just going to come." I went, "No." He went, "Oh, it'll be good, man." No, it won't. Standing in a queue at midnight outside a shop with loads of sort of, like, comic book reading 30-year-old men. Definitely not.
I wouldn't queue for a game at midnight. I don't like queuing for Oceania at midnight. But what I love about the new Call of Duty game is that you can play as a dog. And for me, that makes it a very different game. It's like, how many people have you killed? Well, none, but I've had 2 shits and a bit of postman.
Sean, have you ever played a video game? Are you...
No, I don't see what's wrong with Conkers, really. How could you not have a better game than that? And you don't need a queue. Nobody ever stood round a Conker tree at midnight going, the big one's going to drop. Look at it, it's going to go. I'm getting it.
Well, I always wonder about computer games. You know, in a computer game, if you walk into a wall or something, he goes, ugh. I always think that was someone's job to make that noise. Someone got paid to sit in a studio for a day going, oh. I'd do that. If they make a game where there's a little gremlin wandering around, I'd happily spend a week of my life going, ugh.
What about the guy whose job it was to find out what noise you make when you walk into a wall? Surely you got it now.
I don't really play, like, Call of Duty. I play a lot of, like, FIFA, but the worst thing about online gaming is the messages you get from people when you beat them. Like, I had one the other day, which was all in Spanish, and I Google translated it, and it wasn't very nice. And if you're watching Carlitos 97, I don't shag my mum, so the joke's on you.
OK, let's have a look and see if Call of Duty is up there. Fingers on buzzers. What do you think?
Is it Michael O'Leary, the boss of Ryanair, promising that he's going to give us better customer service on Ryanair at last? He said, I'm not going to charge anyone to use the toilet and you're not going to have to pay to have a chair and I'm not going to put you in the roof rack if you didn't print your boarding pass.
So this is allocated seating on Ryanair. I mean, should you expect good service on one of these low-cost airlines?
I'm glad they're doing allocated seating on Ryanair, because when I travel on my own, what I like to do is I look at the queue and I try and spot someone I think it would be quite nice to sit next to. And then I follow them down the queue, and as they're checking in, I jump in and go, I'd like to sit next to him, please. And then we chat for the whole flight. It's brilliant. A lot of people say you meet weirdos on planes, but I've never met one.
I've got some quotes here from O'Leary, who's extraordinary at giving quotes. On charging people to use the toilet, he said, I would wipe their bums for a £5.
That's good value, that.
Yeah, probably.
Not bad at all, that.
On overweight passengers, this is nice, he said, nobody wants to sit beside a really fat bastard.
The thing is, normally, fat people, quite bubbly.
Have you flown Ryanair, Sean?
Yeah, I don't particularly, you know, if I can avoid it, I would avoid it. But when you're paying £12.99 to fly to Dublin, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, you know, £2 for a go on the Dodgems. You don't get very far.
No.
I tried to break out of that ring.
Michael O'Leary often gets stick for not taking complaints seriously. Here he is getting grilled by Eamon Holmes.
We can't even vomit on your planes, you see, because if we go to be sick, there's not even a bag to puke into.
But you'd be so on time on such a beautiful new all-leather seat, brand new aircraft, and we'd sell you the vomit bag. But nobody gets sick on Ryanair. They're saving so much money, they just spend the time laughing.
The worst thing they do, that punctuality argument, when you land on a flight, and if it's on time, they do a little... That is the very least I expected, that you wouldn't kill me.
I was on a Ryanair flight once, and the tape machine had broken down, and the bloke had to do it himself. You know, and he came over the tunnel and went... Ryanair flight on time. That was worth the £2.40 I'd spent on the flight.
OK, let's have a look and see if Ryanair is up there. Yes, Ryanair has agreed to offer allocated seating. I tell you what you can't take away from Ryanair, their headphones, because they don't give you any. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing still to get.
I like the story of the Indian mission to Mars. A few years ago, the Chinese put a mission into space, and it's quite funny. It's a very similar response to it. The Chinese went into space, and the British press had the same kind of reaction they had with the Indian one, which is a bit like Cool Runnings. It is. It's a bit like, what? The Indians go, you know, they've got a space mission going on. And the thing I think's odd about it is it cost like 48 million.
No, but this is it. This is why it's controversial, because Britain gives £280 million in aid annually to India, and the mission costs £45 million. They go into Mars. So we're giving them this money, and they're leaving.
It's like you've lent your mate money who's skint so he can come out on a night out and he's got a round in and hasn't got you a drink.
I'll tell you what's mad. The cost of it is half of Gareth Bale. That's what's... Real Madrid could have bought a slightly shitter player and gone to Mars.
Well, you put it in those terms. Very good. Roisin, would you like to go to Mars?
No, thanks. No.
It wasn't like a date suggestion, was it?
Sounded like one, Jimmy. I don't understand. It's got so much poverty there, and I think their priorities are completely mental. It's like someone who's got a Vauxhall in their garden with no wheels, yet they'd put tinted windows in and a sound system. They've got so much poverty there, they can't justify spending that money going to Mars.
When I'm skint, the first thing to go is space exploration. I'll cut it out.
The whole thing with the mission is to tell whether there's methane in the atmosphere. So basically, they spent 45 million to see if Mars smells of shit. I don't understand what's the point of that?
I'd like to live there.
Joe, over to you.
I'd like to be the first person to live there. It'd be brilliant, because you'd probably get a house with quite a big garden. Big enough for a trampoline.
I don't think you need a trampoline there. I think it's bouncy.
Well, that's why I want one, mate. Go well, I'd run a small business. I'd start a pub. And I'd call it the Mars Bar. It's a proper joke.
Well, let's have a look and see if the Indian mission to Mars is up there. Of course, India aren't the only country with a new space programme. Earlier this year, Iran said they plan to put a man on the moon by 2025 by nuking Israel. So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, during their trial, it was revealed that Rebecca Brooks and Andy Coulson have had an affair. We don't know if Andy Coulson was tapping phones, but we do know he was tapping Rebecca Brooks. And if anything, I think that's worse. Sir Alex Ferguson's book has become the fastest-selling piece of non-fiction in history. Alex Ferguson's book details his incredible journey from slightly pink to red and ultimately a bright purpley colour. Wayne Rooney's very keen to read Ferguson's book, and he'll get onto it just as soon as he finds out what's happened to this very hungry caterpillar. So at the end of that round, Sean, Joe and Roisin have 2 points. John, Alex and Chris have 3 points. So our next round is pick of the polls. Sean, Joe, Roisin, pick a question.
The bear, please, Jimmy.
OK. Last week, an 80-year-old Russian man survived a fight with a bear. True story. He bravely kicked and headbutted the bear before the bear threw him off a cliff. He survived, but a bear basically came at him and he fought him off. So we asked our studio audience, do you consider yourselves brave? Yes or no?
I was really hoping you had a clip.
I'm not dismissing the bravery of a man, but it sounds to me like he survived because he got thrown off a cliff. I'm going to speculate, had the fight continued, he would have got the shit kicked out.
He was an 80-year-old Russian shepherd. He was approached by a bear in a raspberry field. So this is true. This is a nursery. This happened this week. Approached by a bear in a raspberry field. He showered him with kicks and headbutts. Reporters say he managed to knock the bear off balance before it threw him off a cliff. He was hospitalised with bruises, bite wounds and 4 broken ribs. Wow. Discharged within a few days, and it's not known how the bear is.
I just love it how we're sitting slagging a man off who fought a bear. We're like, We're sitting in London in a warm studio. He fought a fucking bear.
Yeah, in a raspberry field. Get over it.
What's a shepherd doing in a raspberry field? How mobile are these raspberries?
Well, I like the line, he was approached by the bear. I can imagine, if you're the shepherd, a bear goes, excuse me.
The thing is, to be fair, we've only got the shepherd's version of this story. I'd like to hear the bear's version.
In bear news, a bear was sexually assaulted today by a mad Russian. Joe, if you got attacked by a bear, what would your strategy be? What would you do?
Work the body.
But you know, I mean, I wouldn't be. The best way to deal with a bear, if a bear attacks you, and this is genuine, if a bear attacks you, is stay very still and wait for it until it gets really close, until it's literally about there, and then you just go, whoa, like that. And because it's got those big round feet, it just goes, whoa. They can't adjust. They've got no balls on their feet. So you just go, whoa, like that, and it just throws them. And then and sometimes I've been attacked by loads of bears, and they're just literally going, whoa, and they're all behind me in a big pile.
Would you remember that under attack? Because, you know, there's so much information about dealing with animals that I think if a bear attacked me, I'd probably, like, piss on my feet or something, you know, get confused with jellyfish. So you'd have to remember it. Would you remember that?
Well, the difference between a bear and a jellyfish, easy.
OK. We asked our studio audience, do you consider yourself brave, yes or no? John, I associate you with machismo and sort of all things that are... I mean, are you brave? Would you consider yourself brave?
I think sometimes, Jimmy, the bravest thing you can do is just be yourself. I think if that means shitting your pants and crying, then yeah, I'm brave.
I'm not very brave. I always used to get called brave when I was younger. Like, if I was in hospital, I'd get a card saying how brave I was. But I wasn't there through choice. It wasn't like I was sat at home playing with stickle bricks and I thought, I'll show people how hard as nails I am. I'll go and have major surgery. Show them how brave I am.
I suppose, in fairness to the person, whoever was writing the card going, you're so brave, what were they meant to put?
Well done. Still here.
We asked our studio audience, do you consider yourself brave, yes or no? What do you think they said, Sean?
Yes.
What do you think, Sean?
No.
Nah. You go, no, OK. I can tell you the answer is yes. 60% of our studio audience do consider themselves to be brave. Interesting fact, I'm actually a very brave little boy. And I know that because my mummy told me. OK, John Steen, what do you like the look of?
I like the look at this guy with the beard.
OK, it was the World Beard and Moustache Championships in Germany this week. So we asked our studio audience, do you think facial hair is attractive, yes or no?
Call me sexist, but not on women, no.
John, you've got sort of the beginnings of facial hair, haven't you? You've got...
Well, this is just laziness. I just can't be arsed to shave all the time. It's just a waste of time, isn't it, shaving? It's fun, though. I grow it because it's fun. I get it just long enough that I can shave it in instalments. And I'd shave that bit first, so I get a little neat beard, and then I crop it under like that, so you get a little wanker beard. And then you leave it. I feel sorry for women that never get to do that. You never get that.
Oh, I've done that.
Roisin, what do you think?
Depends what's going on with the rest of the face. You can't judge.
How do you mean, what's going on with the rest of the face? What?
Like, it's asking, do you think facial hair is attractive is a bit like saying, do you like teeth? Like, you know...
Yes!
Yeah, but, you know...
I like teeth on a girl.
Yeah, but, you know...
I can't believe we're even having this discussion.
Like, look at Joe.
Yeah, I'm dynamite.
Do you like it? Do you actually like it?
Of course I don't. Who would like this?
It's fun, facial hair, and it's warm as well for winter. It's like a cardigan for your face. Chindigan. It's not attractive, though, is it, to answer the question? It's not sexy, is it?
OK, what do you think?
I'm adamant it's a yes. I think it's very in at the minute. Like, I mean, definitely not that. But, I mean, Joe's... Well, no, not that either. But, like, a kind of... like a designer stubble, like what John's going on, I think it's very attractive.
Well, you're very kind to say so.
Not a problem.
Have you grown a beard? Do you want to try one?
Do I want to try one?
I've brought moustaches.
Definitely.
Oh, my God.
I think that's the one for me. I sort of feel I could run quite a good regional, like a regional department store.
Yeah.
Welcome. Sean, any interest in a moustache? You're more than welcome.
Yeah. Let's have a bloke off the Pringles.
I could sell Pringles, couldn't I? What would you care for?
You've got a buffet of moustaches there.
I do, of course I do. Would you like one, Roisin?
Yes, please.
Of course you would. Hang on. Here you go. This will look terrific on you, because I think for the blonde colouring.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Happy to help.
There's no point, Joe. Some games you can't play.
I look like a cat. A fat cat.
You really do look like a cat. Leave it on. I like it. It's... Leave it on for a second. I'm loving it. Did you, It's not unattractive, but you do...
I look better.
I like that. Yes, I am a murderer. It's not my fault.
In terms of attraction, though, I mean, that's pretty sexy, right? Sean?
I feel like I'm in a strange nightclub and I go, oh, they like it.
I'm going to give one to... should we give one to... Should we give John a proper moustache? It'd be lovely for him to try, wouldn't it?
Moustache, how very dare you.
Fill your boots, there.
You bounder, you cad.
Well, I very much like it on you, actually. You've awakened something dark within my sexuality.
Thank you. John looks like a magician.
Is that supposed to be like this? It really hurts.
That's a really good look for you, trust me.
I'm like forgetting things, it's nipping that hard.
You look like a rival cat, you look like you've got whiskers on.
I'll go on for you, Joe. You can just see what you'd look like with a beard. OK, let's get some answers on this. So, do you think facial hair is attractive?
No, obviously not, no.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry, yes, I mean, yes. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking.
I've nearly kissed two girls.
What do you guys think?
I think facial hair is not attractive.
So you say no, you're saying yes? I can tell you the answer is yes. 64% of our audience think facial hair is attractive. Different beards can mean different things. For example, a Santa Claus-style beard means friendly with kids, whereas a Joe Wilkinson-style beard means too friendly with kids. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean's team and 3 points for John's team. So the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top way to pamper yourself.
Sit-down wee.
On what occasion would you treat yourself to a lovely sit-down wee?
Early morning, late at night, after a big meal.
I don't think that's pampering yourself, sit down wee. Really want to pamper yourself. You know those Dyson air blades? Teabag one of them. It's risky because you've got to have 1 foot on the door as well. 1 leg up.
Actually, the facilities manager wanted me to bring that up with you, and I was sort of looking for the right time to mention that.
Yeah, well, if you're wondering why it came off the wall.
John, how do you pamper yourself?
Just get drunk, really. Pampering, for me, as a word, means like, oh, I'm going to pamper myself senseless this weekend. I'm going to go out and get absolutely pampered.
Well, number 2 is an expensive glass of wine. So a lot of people do that as a little treat.
No, they don't. Have you been out into the world? People out there, oh, this weekend I'm going to have one good glass of wine. People have a glass of Yates's at 9 o'clock and go, what is the best wine you have? I just want 1 glass. They go, what is the cheapest wine you have?
I've not been to a Yates's, but it's a wine lodge, yes?
Yeah.
Well, of course, you'd talk to the sommelier about what on offer, and you would order the finest wine that they had. A carton of your finest wine.
What is good on the way down and back up again?
OK, Joe, what would you do to pamper yourself?
Well, I do pamper myself. What I actually do is I have, if I really want to pamper myself, I have one of my verrucas frozen off.
I love that. It's nice, though, isn't it? It's satisfying.
Pampering can be quite creepy when people are being paid to wash your hair. And they're sort of, you always get these sort of 16-year-old girls sort of pretending they're like massage. It's awful. It's horrible. It's like really intimate and fake.
I love it.
Do you? Do you like it as well?
I quite like it, yeah.
They hate you when they're doing that. You know that.
What do you mean they hate me?
Because I used to do it when I was 14. I worked in a hairdresser's and I used to wash people's hair and they're like, oh, that's lovely. I hate you so much. Like, having to, look at this strange head I'm having to wash for £22. They hate you when it's happening, yeah.
Oh, that makes it even better.
One of the things I like to do is I like to light a load of scented candles. I get in the bath and then I just wait for whose ever house I've broken into.
What, and come out like Martin Sheen in Apocalypse Now?
Through the petals.
Alex, do you pamper yourself?
Pedicures, because I get them cheap. I've always wanted to go into one of those fish foot spas with my prosthetic leg on and just say to the person next to me, like, don't leave your feet in there for too long. Because I found out the hard way. Always wanted to do that.
OK, top way to pamper yourself.
Was it not like a spa day or something?
Well, a massage is number 3. It's an everyday activity. People do it all the time, and then...
What do you mean, like eating?
Rollerblading.
It's to do with retail.
Shopping.
The right answer. Yes, the top way to pamper yourself is a shopping spree. My girlfriend goes to the off-licence every day and comes home with 3 bottles of wine. I think she might be a shopaholic. OK, worst thing to do when you're drunk?
I once tried to eat everything in my pencil case.
Chris, you're from the north. Worst thing to do when you're drunk?
Like
your specialist area.
Text while driving.
Deny it, in my experience. Pretending you're not drunk when you're clearly pissed. It's horrendous. I've had times when I can't even say the words I'm not drunk and still sworn blind. Oh, you know, the fact you'd even accuse me.
You get quite a lot older when you're drunk, don't you? It's
Slightly Irish. Slightly Irish.
It's called acting. And I am shit at it.
Roisin, what's the worst thing you've done when you're drunk? What do you think?
I always get drunk before I go on holiday. So I've gone on holiday once with one leg shaved and fake tanned and the other one completely white, and I had to do 3 days on holiday like that. I've gone on holiday with one shoe and a bra. That's
on your feet?
No, that's what I had in a suitcase. But there was 2 suitcases, and I was so drunk that I took the suitcase. It was empty, and it had a bra. It wasn't even a clean bra. It was a bra from another holiday.
OK, worst thing to do when you're drunk?
I like to go to Battersea Dogs Home, see how many dogs they'll let me have.
Come on, I can take... I've got a wheelbarrow. Just put him in the wheelbarrow. I'll look after him. Hey! I'm fine, I'm brilliant with dogs.
See if I can get about 30 dogs. Because they won't let you take them if they think you're really pissed.
They are weird.
If you
like
get
that.
into the cages and lie down with them.
What do you think, Alice? What do you know?
Send Snapchats to your female friends. So many of them don't talk to me anymore.
What's he talking about? What's a Snapchat?
It's like...
Oh, Grandad's woken up.
Do it again, I'll do it again. Oh, what's Snapchat?
Go on, what Snapchats have you
It's
sent?
like a little app on your phone, and you send a picture to someone quickly, and then it automatically deletes after 5 seconds, or how many seconds you want it to.
Why does that exist?
It's so people can send each other photos, and then they know that they're gone. They can't. The other person can't save them.
I don't understand.
Right.
I genuinely don't understand.
People send each other dirty photos, and then they can't show their mates.
It's flashing, then. So it's basically flashing. What they've done is...
It's someone that you know.
How well would you know someone before you did that?
Oh, not at all for me, but, you know.
I can't just do that to your dentist or something.
You can if it's your teeth.
Or just a plumber you used once and you kept his number. Send him a picture of your knob, and then you go.
If I'm sending a plumber a picture of my willy, I want him to have it forever.
Stripping off is never a good idea, is it?
That's the right answer. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are John, Alex and Chris have 4 points, Sean, Joe and Roisin have 5 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
It's Freddie Flintoff. Oh my Josh, it's Josh Whittaker and their team captain, John Richardson. And facing them tonight, rise and shine, it's Lorraine Kelly. The Smile High Club, it's Rob Beckett and their team captain, John Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Uncut, a show all about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 47% of people think their partner isn't interested in hearing about their day? Correct. 75% of Americans do a big weekly food shop every day. And only 29% of women reach orgasm every time they have sex. I've got a tip for those women, or if they like, I could put the whole thing in. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most talked about stories of the year. John Steen, what do you think the nation will be talking about this year?
It must be the Wimbledon final.
Oh, exciting. No.
No?
Tennis.
What's the matter with tennis?
Well, I'll be dead honest with you. I used to play the third most boring sport known to man. Cricket, only trumped by tennis and Formula 1.
Do you not like cricket?
It was a means to an end.
I thought it was an incredible thing. A British man won for the first time in 77 years.
And he hasn't won it since, Jimmy. Let's not let him off. This country hasn't had a Wimbledon winner for nearly 6 months now, and I've had enough. The sad thing, it's a boring name, Andy Murray, as well, isn't it? If his name was, like, Dick Gobbler or something, then... At least now in 50 years, when Sue Barker goes, and of course Britain hasn't had a Wimbledon men's champion since Dick Gobbler. Just going to keep hearing Andy Murray all the time.
It was weird that they started talking about 77 years of wait is over. And actually, when he won, it was like, thought I'd feel better than that. To me, nothing really can trump that dressage gold at the Olympics.
Lorraine, you're Scottish, so presumably
I am
Andy...
well spotted.
Well, you're not like full-on Scottish. You're like
Just a wee tiny bit.
I can understand what you're saying. You're Scottish light.
OK, I'm glad you laughed.
Now, did it mean a lot to you? That
Oh,
animal?
absolutely. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And I think it's a shame that everybody goes on about him being dour.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he's Scottish. I mean, you know...
He spread sunshine everywhere, didn't he?
And remember he cried. Remember he cried when he lost, and then we quite liked him because he cried. Like, no?
No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I mean, the reason I don't like tennis is because I'm left-handed, and you know you can't play if you're left-handed. So
You can.
you can't play tennis.
You can.
You can't play tennis with your left hand.
Yes, you can. You can do whatever you like.
There's no left-handed tennis players.
There is.
Other than Nadal?
There's loads.
He's all right. That's his greatest trick, is making us think he's using his left hand. if you hit the ball, if you tennis ball, if you've got the right hand, you hit it, it goes that way. But if you've got your left hand, you hit it, it goes behind you. I have to play backwards like that. There's someone shouting me where the ball's coming. That's why I gave up. This is a stupid game. I'm with Freddie on this.
And the worst thing about it is, as well, you go to Wimbledon, I went for 10 minutes once. They put fruit in your drink.
Your drink? Did you, like, order a pint of John Smith's, and then when you weren't looking, they were shoving strawberries?
But you're a tennis fan, aren't you, Jimmy? You like your tennis?
I love it. I think it's incredible.
Why is tennis incredible?
It's like cricket, but instead of him hitting it and it going 50 yards away...
I'm not protecting cricket here. I know it's boring.
Do you like
I've got no... There's no two ways about it.
Given that the exciting bit of cricket is when he hits it, imagine if the guy at the other end hit it straight back.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Of course it is. Yes, in July, Andy Murray won Wimbledon for the first time. Sue Barker presented Murray with the trophy 77 years after she presented it to Fred Perry. All across Scotland, people stopped what they were doing to watch the historic match. They paused Braveheart, put down their crack pipes, turned off the proclaimers and finished... and finished frantically searching between their toes for a viable vein to salute Murray's amazing victory. Sean's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about this year?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still riding high on the royal baby news.
Oh.
It's hard to come down from that, isn't it? There's very few moments in your life that give you that sort of, like, just buzz.
Any parenting advice for them, Sean? You've got kids. Anything you would pass on to this young couple embarking on the adventure of parenthood?
Oh, it's hard. Mind you, I don't do a lot of it, so...
Really, that's more advice for William, isn't it?
It looks pretty hard. From where I'm phoning from, it looks really hard.
Rob, what do you make of the royal baby?
Well, I love the bit they got takeaway. They got pizzas, didn't they? Kate and William
to the
got
hospital,
yeah, you got the bodyguards go and collect the pizzas, and everyone's saying, "Why don't you just get them delivered?" But it's half price, isn't it? If you get them collected. You've got a kid on the way. You've got to start thinking about money, ain't you?
Lorraine, did you cover it much on the show? You covered it.
Oh, much? It was just like all the time, pretty much all the time.
Some people got annoyed with the amount of coverage they had to do. Some news reporters got a little bit sort of sick of it. Now, have a look at this.
Not everybody is enjoying the spectre of the speculation, endless speculation. A couple of texts coming in to the BBC. Come on, BBC, people do have babies. Stop saying the same thing over and over. Give us the rest of the news. What a load of sycophantic rubbish, says another. Good morning. And God help us if this ends up a long labour. That's a view that I have heard expressed here by a couple of people. So, you know, we'll just wait and see. But until then, we're going to be speculating about this royal birth with no facts to hand at the moment.
You've sort of got to admire his honesty there. He's just going,
Completely. I actually like that. I like when people just say it as it is. Very refreshing.
John, what do you make of it?
Well, it's obviously significant, isn't it? But the coverage of it was... Because it was there, it was a 12-hour labour, which is double what she'd done to that point in her life.
Freddie, were you excited about the royal birth?
No.
No.
It's nice. Everyone has children. I've got 3 myself, but we didn't get that sort of billion.
Would you give any advice to the royal parents? Kate,
Yeah, you've got to get him into a strict routine, make him sleep through early doors.
I imagine that's easier for you than most parents because you are terrifying. So if you say to a baby, go to sleep, it'll go, all right.
To be fair, compared to a baby, everyone's quite terrifying. Like, compared to a baby, I'm quite intimidating.
No, not you.
Okay,
not a good example to pick. You look younger than the royal baby.
Oh, he does. But he's so cute. No, I know, but you're cute. Looking at me face, you're so cute. You know what? When you're 90, you'll still look like that. You'd be glad.
I didn't come on here to be flirted with by Lorraine. Do you know the last time I met Lorraine? I've only met Lorraine once, and I want to kind of clear this up because you had a very similar approach of kind of flirt patronisation. And then just before I left, I was getting in the taxi from this show, and as the door was closing, you said, "If I was 20 years younger," and the door closed. And I've got no idea how that sentence ended.
You'd be an embryo.
All right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Of course. Yes, William and Kate had a baby boy this year. When George was christened, Kate and William decided to shun fuddy-duddy royal tradition and chose university friends to be godparents. So they chose Lord Trumpington Smedleyposh, Tarquin Farquhar II and Lady Poshington Toffeenose of the Norfolk Toffeenoses. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing still to get. What do you think?
Is it the old gay thing? Marriage. They're doing that now, aren't they? That's allowed now. There's a thing gone in the Lord's, you know, some sort of rule. You know, when stuff happens, old people make a decision, then there's a law. gay people can get married. Is that right?
Yeah. They still can't get married in church, can they?
No. Like that?
No, but they can get married.
Yeah, but the Church of England has said... I don't know where the Catholic Church stands on this.
I think
but
they've said no.
They've said no as well. Which I think is fine crazy, really, because what they should do, they should test the actual power of their faith by having a gay marriage in the church. And if it bursts into flames, it's obviously not a good idea and God doesn't like it. And that, because God would let you know if he thought something was really out of order.
Of course.
I mean, he hasn't done with other stuff, to be fair. He's let quite a lot slip through the net.
I think it's a good thing. I really do. Because, like, my best mate is Paddy. If I married Paddy, I could go to football with him. We could play PlayStation. We would never argue. The sex is a problem.
Go IKEA and just have meatballs. That'd be quality, wouldn't it? No furniture, meatballs, and home. Perfect IKEA trip.
Well, I really think we've got to the heart of this issue.
The arguments against it are the best thing, because there are people who are just against it because they're slightly homophobic, but they can't say that, so they have to quickly come up with a... Like Norman Tebbit, who went, whoa, what if we had a lesbian queen? I think that's the tribute band this country has been waiting for.
Well, the thing is that the people against it always go, oh, it's promoting homosexuality, but it's not promoting it like you'll get swept up in it. It's not a choice if you're gay or not. Do you know what I mean? It's not like if someone keeps banging on about it, you're going to give it a go, like the 5-2 diet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sexuality, not Pilates. Do you know, you're not going to get swept away by other people's recommendations.
The Gambian president said it's going to lead to the end of humanity. I would believe that if we found some evidence that that had led to the end of the dinosaurs. If we dug up a dinosaur and he was, you know, with a rainbow flag...
Is this your idea for Jurassic Park 6?
Jurassic Park 6?
Actually, the Tyrannosaurus has something of the... He's nice.
People say, oh, it's going to... If it's ruined, it overshadows family life, it's going to ruin the kind of institution of the family. It's not. No dad is going to go, oh, sorry, I forgot to pick you up from school, because I was marrying a man. I'm not just going out, going, oh, I can do it now, I'm going to marry John. I'm not...
I'll do it.
No, I'm not going to do that now.
Well, it's on camera now, isn't it?
Oh, please get married, then you can come on my show. It'd be lovely. We could do, like, a lovely makeover on both of you, and it'd be gorgeous.
What's the problem with what we look like now?
Well, no, there's nothing wrong with you now, but if you're getting married, for goodness sake, you're going to take this seriously. If you're getting married, you have to look better.
Well, I can tell you, gay marriage is not in our top 3. Now that gay people can get married, there's going to be an explosion of extravagant, flamboyant and over-the-top weddings. Move over, fat gypsies, it's about to get fabulous. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it Edward Snowden who kind of spread a load of secrets about the USA and then went on the run? And then no country would take him. And there was a point where, like, every country was going, Ecuador was saying no and Russia was saying no, and you're thinking, he's going to have to go through clearing. He's going to end up extradited to Nottingham Trent. That's how this is. They described him as the world's most fuckable nerd. Disastrous for John, who's been knocked off top.
My favourite quote of his was, I don't want to live in a world where everything I say is recorded, which he said in a recorded interview with the Guardian newspaper.
Apparently his girlfriend's a ballerina and a pole dancer. No one is ever a ballerina and a pole dancer. It's like when you say I'm an actor and I work in a call centre as well. Just so busy.
What do you make of Edward Snowden, Sean?
I think what's interesting about him is his name, Edward Snowden. He doesn't sound like a spy. Weirdly, he sounds like a newsreader, which he sort of is, but nobody wants him to be.
You've lost me on this one. I thought we were talking about a mountain in Wales.
There's a man called Edward Snowden and he's leaked 58,000 documents detailing how the US government spies on other secret agencies around the world.
You don't play tennis, does he?
He's not involved in sport in any way, so...
He's all right, then.
Do you like any sport?
Not really.
Are you Freddie Flintoff?
Freddie looks a bit like if me and Josh combined forces and turned into an actual grown-up man. He might look like Freddie.
I've had some insults in my time, that is the
So, Edward Snowden, any thoughts?
Well, I just think it's really strange. You know, we saw very recently, we saw the sort of 3 spy chiefs that were actually brought before the government, and they've been having a real go at him, obviously. And it was really, really disappointing. I don't want to see my spy chiefs in real true life. I want to, in my head, think that they're James Bond, and and they just look like 3 blokes.
I wanted one of them to pick up their pen and go and click it, and then the guy dies.
I know. Well, that would have been
click
brilliant.
it, and the guy's head explodes. You go, oh, sorry, wrong pen.
But nothing like that happened, and that was disappointing.
That Julian Assange bloke, he's been cooped up in that embassy, is it?
In Ecuador?
Ecuadorian embassy. And he's in a room, and all he's got is a space for a mattress on the floor and 1 chair. Do you know what I mean? And he went, oh, no, it's all right, it's like living in a space station. Like, if this whistleblowing don't work out, he should be an estate agent. It's like showing you a room with no roof going, but who don't like stars? Do you know what I mean? Who needs a roof when you got up there?
I'm bored of him. He's such a boring man, isn't he?
It's dreadful.
He looks pasty and ill.
You're sitting next to Josh when you're saying that. I'm pretty sure we booked your ghost. Look at you. If I didn't have your name written down, I would think Casper was here. You look...
I'm ill.
He's not well. The wee soul's not well. Be nice. He's not well.
I don't think he's got long. I think we should record, and this show's dedicated to Josh Whittaker, who sadly passed away during the record.
When you say during the record, that implies that you wouldn't finish the record.
Of course we'd finish the record. Who do you think you are?
To be fair, I've seen you die on a panel show before anyway, Josh.
OK. Well, I can tell you, Edward Snowden is not one of the most talked about things. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing to get. What was the other big story this year? What do you think, Sean?
It's the tragic... Thatcher's death is just dreadful. I find it very hard to talk about it without breaking down. And the way I found out was particularly hard because I was actually driving to Yeovil, had a gig in Yeovil, and I didn't have the radio on. And I thought something had happened because a man drove past me the other way, punching the roof of his car. Literally, he's got this going, woohoo! I thought, I'll switch the radio on, and that's how I heard the news.
Protesters in Brixton chanted Maggie, 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 dead, 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 and then rearranged the local cinema, now showing board, to say this.
You went to the cinema that night and you're going, well, shall I see Maggie Thatcher's Dead or shall I watch LOL?
My favourite thing was the CNN's coverage in America when they showed this picture of Margaret Thatcher. That is the archive picture. They didn't know who the man was. Oh. They went with that picture.
What's weirder is they've got the same haircut. Look at them. How does that work? How you having your hair, Jim? Thatcher's coming to town.
Lorraine, what did you think of Margaret Thatcher? Feminist icon? What do you think? First female Prime Minister?
I don't think she did very much for women. I think she could have done a lot more for women when she was in power, and she didn't. She wasn't a woman's woman, shall we say. So, no, I don't think she was a feminist icon at all. I think you have to admire her achievements.
Through gritted teeth?
Kind of, yes.
I don't think she was a person's woman. I was, I mean, when it happened, you know, there were people who had parties. I mean, I didn't have a party. I mean, it was drinks, nibbles, a few friends. You wouldn't call it a party. I just feel a lot of tribute that should have been made. They should have done a really fitting tribute, which is when they cremated her, they ran out of coal.
Also, they brought her up on a gun carriage. They always have these gun carriages. Once, just once, you're going, fire her into the church. That would be amazing. What a waste of a gun carriage.
But she lived in the Ritz. Who lives in the Ritz? What a ridiculous place to live.
Someone who doesn't want to pay council tax.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look and see whether it's one of the top stories of the year. The top story. So those were the most talked about stories. But also, the horse meat scandal erupted this year. When I eat a burger, I want my animal lips, hooves, testicles, spinal cord, eyeballs and arseholes to be mechanically blasted off cow carcasses, not horses. It's disgusting. And a new pope was elected. The previous pope retired. Pulled out early. Typical Catholic. So at the end of that round, John's team have 1 point, Sean's team have 2 points. So our next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Freddie, Josh, pick a question.
Can we have the tennis player?
OK, cricket. Here's your question. Most people prefer playing sport to watching it on TV. True or false? What do you think?
I never liked playing sport because I was very unsporting.
Really?
I'm not very good at sport. When we did the cross-country, by the time I finished, they'd packed away the finish line. So essentially, I'm still running that race to this day.
Playing sport, to me, is like, would you put something in the bin or would you throw it from the other side of the room? And in that sense, I will still, if we've got an hour spare, I'll stand in front of my living room wall with a tennis ball and I'll bounce it against the wall like I'm a goalkeeper that's been lobbed. And I have to run back and just tip it over the couch. And I'll happily do that for an hour.
I've done that.
You should probably buy a telly, mate. Lorraine, are you sporty during
No, well, I don't really do very much sport, but I love to watch football. And
watch football? Who's your team?
Dundee United.
OK, and you like football as well?
Yeah. We've got the most handsome manager. He's gorgeous, and we have got the most beautiful strips. Fantastic colour, tangerine and black.
What I like, Lorraine, is you're really moving the idea of what a female football fan like really forward.
Sean, you watch a lot of sport, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, playing-wise, kabaddi's my game. I love kabaddi.
Is that the one you've got to breathe out?
It's so hard to find other people who take it seriously. Yeah.
What, kabaddi? No,
Yeah.
I mean...
No, I would think the weird thing is about these days is if you say watching sport, if you haven't got Sky, you've got no choice. You have to play it. Because there's no sport on any other channels, is there? It's all on Sky, isn't it? What sports have the BBC got anymore?
If you want to see what kind of sports the BBC have got, I've got a clip, an archive clip of the BBC. This is one of their greatest sporting moments. Have a little look.
At least Britons will never be slaves to the dartboard. Certainly, no one's anxious to play with champion Joe Hitchcock around. The start of his 6-inch nail act is the moment for everyone to watch. When not at a holiday camp, you'll likely find him astounding the regulars in pubs all over the country. For Joe's ability to throw a pretty dart has earned him a job with a leading brewery.
Sports. OK, so most people prefer playing sport to watching on TV. What do you think?
I don't know. So I've done the cricket,
yeah.
Which 5 days stood in the field is tough. It's probably tougher to watch. And then I tried the boxing.
Just in case people don't know the story, so you trained to be a professional fighter and had a professional fight against an American?
It was a strange thing because the boxing, which I found was... It's quite a camp sport. We went for a weigh-in. You strip down to your underpants. You stand in front of a man eyeballing him in front of a room full of other men. And I'm stood at this fella thinking, what am I doing? We did
I suppose you're competing for a belt and a purse. It is quite camp.
Yeah.
You won the fight, didn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it to be investigated. I did win, yes.
Yeah. What happened to him? Has he won any other fights since?
He could not return to America. He's been beaten in a boxing ring by a cricketer who is soft as shit.
When you say you're as soft as shit, I mean, you're sitting next to two people that are maybe, like, no offence, fellas, but maybe a little bit softer.
I think I could beat up.
He stood up too quickly and felt faint there.
I think I'd beat John in a boxing match. No?
Well, let's do it.
I reckon we should.
Fight,
I reckon we should do this.
Fight.
This isn't the Middle Ages or the schoolyard.
The Middle Ages?
Is that not the kind of trash-talking people do?
Mate, you've not quite acquired the taste of trash talking. No, I would beat you tomorrow.
Would you like a knuckle sandwich?
You won't be able to eat any you won't be able to eat any sandwiches without any teeth.
I'll lend you some, Josh.
He's like John Bishop's love child, isn't he? He's got...
Mine are real, though. These are whitened, didn't they?
Yours are really like that.
Yeah, these are au naturel.
Oh, yeah. Did you fall in something as a child?
I don't know what.
Can you eat an apple through a fence?
Yeah, these are just what they're like. I can't help it.
And you haven't had anything done, like Jimmy's had done?
It's like my mum drank a lot of milk when she was pregnant, and my dad's an horse. That's...
OK, let's get answers on this. So most people prefer playing sport to watching on TV. True or false? What are you going to go for, John?
True. False.
Oh, I'm right in the middle. He's bigger. True.
What are you going to go for, Sean?
Well, false. Just to make it a bit competitive. A bit of fun. Let's put some money on. How much do you reckon?
I'll put a tenner on it.
Yeah. How many markets are in play? Now. Whatever that means. Loads of markets in play. Now.
So you said true, you said false. I tell you the answer is false. Only 36% of people prefer playing sport to watching on TV. OK, Sean's team, what do you like the look of?
I think they'd be women.
They're hiding behind the bush.
OK. A recent survey revealed that 50% of people don't know their neighbours' names. So we asked our studio audience, do you try and avoid contact with your neighbours, yes or no? Do you get on with your neighbours, Rob?
I try and get on with them, but I think they avoid me, to be honest with you. I like a chat, and sometimes they just want to shoot straight off. Look, I panic if I see my neighbours outside of, like, the house, like, near the house environment. When you see them in the high street, I just get panicked because it's a new situation. There's no small talk to go like, oh, the bins ain't been done. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing... Like, you're in the high street, it's like, oh... And, like, the worst part is when you see someone, they see you, and then they try and avoid me. I'm like, no, you're the dickhead. I think it's because I talk a lot.
Sean, do you avoid your neighbours?
Well, especially when I'm breaking into their shed, yeah. Try to keep a very low profile. I'm very, you know, amenable to a bit of neighbourly... I mean, I don't like go too far. I don't want car keys in a bowl or anything like that, but... what I do, I find a very good way to catch your neighbours out, is I paint myself like a gnome. And when they just relax, I break out of character. And I go, oh, about the recycling.
Lorraine, do you avoid your neighbours?
No, not really. Because I live in Scotland and down here, I find it quite different. Up there, everybody talks to everybody. And down here, people are more reserved. In London, certainly, they're more reserved, and you don't really see them very often. And
reserved is a very nice way to put it, I think. So reserved, they will tell you to fuck off to your face.
And everybody does that horrible thing, you know, when you're in the lift, as you were saying, about you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And everybody sort of never knows what to say, and they're looking at their feet and sort of looking at one another, and it's all a bit sort of awkward.
You know why they're doing that? Is because there's nothing to say in a lift.
But you have to try and think of something.
You don't, because what you do is you go, oh, we're in a lift, aren't we? You know, an interesting fact, we're higher up than we were when I started this conversation.
Freddie, do you have neighbours?
Yeah, I lived down south for a while, which was a bit different. It's like people don't talk to people down south. You walk down the high street and you say, morning. It's like, fucking northerner, who's going to mug me? Move back north, which is lovely. You take your bin out, you have a chat with a neighbour as you do it. It's just common decency.
I grew up on Dartmoor. So essentially this question is, do you ever talk to that sheep?
And the answer is?
No, just kiss.
One of my neighbours came round once, and this is the other reason.
There you go, that's the end of that story.
They can hear me, because you know rooms have got vents in. My shower's got a vent that leads right outside. They can hear the voices I'm doing around my house. And I was walking along the corridor. I like to pick a song and sing it in a regional accent. That's what I get up to.
Can you give me an example of this, John? Give us an example.
Well, you give me a song, you give me a regional accent.
MC Hammer, you can't touch this.
In what accent? Pick one of the ones that I'm allowed to do on telly.
Oh, they're different ones for home, are they? a Jamaican patois.
Ah. You can't touch this. It's a fun game to play until the door goes and you think, oh, there are other people in the world. And the door went, it was one of my neighbours, and he went, "Oh, do you live here?" And I thought, well, I'm not a confident burglar, am I? So, and I was embarrassed, and then he went, "My rabbit's got under the fence." And he was a grown man, so I ended up winning that one. Grown man with a rabbit, what are you doing, mate?
Do you get on with your neighbours?
Well, you sort of have to have a relationship with your neighbours now, don't you? Because I get pissed and order stuff on the internet, and then I'm not there when it gets delivered. There was a day when I ordered 10 kilograms of fish food, some extra wide razor blades, and a mannequin's head. You can't really just pick that up and go, "Right, Neil, can you give me them parcels there, mate?" I was out.
What kind of pissed were you?
I was that pissed when you think, I need to deal with this shit. So I've had enough. There was some fish in my garden that I didn't know about.
I'm going to feed the fish and then kill myself.
Well, the razor blades were for a wallpaper stripper, an extra wide one, and the mannequin's head is because I had a hat and I didn't know where to put it.
OK, so let's get some answers on this. We asked our audience, do you try and avoid contact with your neighbours, yes or no? What do you think, Sean?
Yes.
Yes, you think they do?
Yes.
No.
I can tell you it's close, but the answer is no. Only 45% of our studio audience try and avoid contact with their neighbours. I think it's important to know your neighbours' names. Harold, Madge and, of course, Toadfish. And the winner is the name of our final round. And here's your question. Best way to save money?
An ISA.
Die. Cheap, thrifty, innit? Low overheads. Or, another money-saving tip, always fill up at a supermarket just off the motorway, never at a service station. Cook a big dinner and freeze half of it, and never enter relationships or have any friends. Is that the answer?
Well, it's a depressing glimpse into your life.
What about getting a dead beastie?
A dead beastie?
Dead beastie in your hand,
Right.
and then going out for a meal, and then putting the dead beastie in the meal and then going, eek! Like that, and then they give you the free dinner.
Does that work in Dundee? I imagine if they find a wee beastie, they just go, protein.
What do you class as a beastie?
Well, a wee animal or something, or a half a worm, or...
Half a worm? What are you doing the other half? Save that for next week.
Don't get carried away. Don't put a fox in a spaghetti.
Yeah, no.
There's a fox in my spaghetti. This is unacceptable. Freddie, you ever saved money?
Yeah, shop at Giacomo.
Giacomo, for those of you that don't know, is a clothing brand for giants. Do you do clothes for regular-sized people?
Well, it depends how you look at it. I am classed as a medium within Giacomo.
You're a medium?
And it goes up to...
Who are they making clothes for? John, Freddie, could you just stand up just so we get an idea of, for a second?
Let's make me look like a dick again.
No, I don't think you're... Freddie, if you could just stand up.
Hope you get wee man.
John is a reasonable... Now...
I reckon the phone and toilet...
OK, best way to save money?
You might be tempted sometimes to think that an £8 haircut is probably worth the saving. But as someone who's had one...
They've shaved a little bit off there, haven't they?
Yeah. There's too much of me, I think that's what he thought. Too big you are. I'll try and trim you down at the side so you're not so intimidating for people.
You did get in that £8 a free pom-pom on the top.
Well, that putting your big shop through as loose onions in a self-service. Old trolley, £3.81.
I don't understand that.
Basically, self-service, put it all through and just pretend it's onions.
You pretend it's onions. What, you actually trick yourself into thinking it's onions?
I think it's onions. Don't let them know what you're doing. Press onions on the thing, weigh it. Before you know it, you've got a fucking trolley full of onions, mate. It's extra free.
OK, best way to save money. It's to do with food.
What's
to do with food.
Eat less.
Eat in.
It's the right answer. Yeah. Yes, the best way to save money is not to eat out. The problem is, whenever I go to a restaurant, my girlfriend always orders the most expensive thing on the menu, a Zinger Tower Burger. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are 3 points for Sean's team, 3 points for John's team. It's a draw. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
The dance floor, it's Claudia Winkleman. Return of the Jack, it's Jack D. And their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, Girls Aloud, it's Josh Whittaker. He's a stand-up guy. It's Trevor Noah. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 20% of Brits always reread an email before sending it? It's a good idea. Last week I nearly sent an email saying I is very interested in your penis enlargement system. I is. Cringe. 10% of Brits ignore medical symptoms, which is fine. Don't worry about those shooting pains in your chest. That's just your body's way of telling you you need another steak bake. And 48% of women believe stress makes them unattractive. What you've done there, ladies, is confuse the word stress with jeggings. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellist's job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think the nation should be talking about this week?
Alex Salmond has launched his manifesto for how Scotland will cope after independence. And I can speak with some authority on this because I own a Proclaimers album and have seen Trainspotting. So, do you need any facts on Scotland? Have you been to Scotland? Do you like it?
I've been to Edinburgh. It was fun. I didn't understand anything, but it was nice. And people were like, oh, you must have haggis. You must have haggis. It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's just unnecessary. I'm confused by the whole Scottish thing, though, because the world is, we don't understand. So Britain, because, Britain is not a country, but then you guys have a national anthem that you sing as Britain, and then you get medals as Britain in the Olympics, but then you're not a country, which is cheating, technically. This is just me asking on behalf of the world. We want to know how it works. Because we didn't know that Scotland wasn't a part of it, because they use...
Right, they are, but they're going to leave. Or they might.
To go where? They can't go anywhere. Where are they going to go? I don't understand this. This is confusing.
No, well, I'll tell you what's happened. So Alex Salmond, the First Minister of Scotland, has outlined the SNP's blueprint for Scottish independence ahead of next September's referendum. Some of the white paper key pledges, I'll just give you the key things. It said the Queen will remain head of state, Trident nuclear weapons will have to go, popular BBC programmes will stay, but they'll only air on a newly formed Scottish broadcasting service.
And no one's asked the Queen if she wants to be head of state. They said, oh, when we go, the Queen will still be head of state. She might go, no, bollocks.
I think the new Scotland sounds brilliant. I read his white paper. They keep CBeebies, they get the Queen, they chuck off all the Trident. We should all go there. We should all go, yeah, you do whatever you want, you vote, and then just move in.
Sean, do you think we'd be better off without Scotland?
I think it's inevitable. If I was Scottish, I'd vote for independence. I would, immediately. Because you think
you can't vote immediately, it's not for another 10 months. So that would be a waste of vote.
Sorry. I mean, what I'd do, if I was Scottish, I'd turn it into a tax haven.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Not everyone in Scotland is for independence. Take a look at some Glasgow Rangers fans and what they think about it.
Oh, it's Salmond is a twat, is a twat. Oh, it's Salmond is a twat, is a twat.
Why is he a twat?
Because he wants to break up the union, and he shags grannies. He's a granny shagger.
That's from the Scottish Newsnight, I believe.
I was in favour, but now I know he shags grannies. I'm changing my mind. I don't have any time for independence. When I grew up in the West Country, and there was the talk of Cornish independence.
Only among you and your friends.
No, I was from Devon, so you know, I don't think...
It's the same.
That's the most offensive thing you've ever said.
Not even close.
Don't Devon want to be independent as well?
No, we can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Well, we're in between Cornwall and
That
Britain.
doesn't stop you. Look where France is, between Spain and Germany.
You struggled with that one, then, didn't you?
Really, the analogy I use is it's a bit like a relationship. And I'm beginning to feel like a bit of a spurned lover in this thing, you know? You know when you're in a relationship and the other party says, oh, I don't know if this is right anymore, I feel like saying, well, if you don't want it, go. In fact, you know what? We should do it not on whether you keep the pound or nuclear weapons, do it on music, right? We keep the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Who and the Jam and the Clash, and they can take their Best of Delamitri CD and stick it up their arse.
It is like a relationship. I think we should dump them first.
Yeah.
You know when you know you're going to be dumped and you think, if I get in there first, this is going to save a lot of face? Because I think otherwise it's going to be David Cameron turning up at Hadrian's Wall drunk at 3 a.m. going, fuck you, are you shagging Denmark? Is that what you're doing?
Instead of independence, they should have, like, a trial separation period.
See how it goes.
Well, couples do it, yeah.
And for a year, we don't go up there. And they don't come down here.
And do we view the Welsh as like our kids? We both got equal
We get
rights
the Welsh every
Yeah.
other weekend.
Yeah.
Strictly, I would be for the union, but if it means we don't have the guy on the co-op adverts who says, good with food, I am willing to change my vote. Because there are 4 O's in that sentence, and he just willfully ignores every one of them. And then has the cheek to say he works for the co-op. Well, by your rules, mate, you work for the cup. Pick and choose.
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes! Alex Salmond has unveiled the SNP's plans for Scottish independence. Following independence, the BBC would be replaced by the Scottish Broadcasting Service, leading to new Scottish programmes such as No Cash in the Attic, Doctor Who You Looking At, Dragon's Crack Den, Q Ockeye, and Skagpuss. Sean, Claudia, Jack, what have the nation been talking about this week?
They've been talking about Doctor Who because it was the anniversary, 50 years,
Yeah.
an enormous hoo-ha.
I guess so. I don't watch it, but...
You don't watch it?
No.
Is that because you're crouched behind the settee in your house?
Yeah.
Scared?
No, I just know it's not for me. Like, everyone said everyone loves Doctor Who. Well, it got, was it 9 million viewers?
I think 10.2 million viewers.
Well, there's 50 million odd people who didn't watch it. There's 50 million... I'm more normal than the people who watched it. I watched a bit of it once. I thought, this is stupid, this show. Like, there's no rules. Anything can happen. The writers must just sit down and go, we can do whatever we want. They could cut and paste a couple of pages of Teletubbies script in the middle of the show and nobody would notice. Nobody would go, that's a bit odd, some Teletubbies have wandered on and made some toast and custard. And it just carries on. It's a load of bollocks. And there's 55 million of us can't be wrong. None of them are in. None of them are in.
John Hurt, he got the role of Doctor Who between when it was on TV originally and then when it was brought back. Which isn't a job, is it?
No.
That's like going, oh, I'm an actor. I played Bilbo Baggins between the first Hobbit movie and the second Hobbit movie.
I sort of believe you were the Hobbit between the films. I'd buy that. My favourite quote about John Hurt was Ian McShane, apparently they're mates, and he said, oh, I'm surprised he got Doctor Who because he can't even use a mobile phone, thus completely disregarding the whole concept of acting. I'm surprised to see Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park because, to my knowledge, he's never met a dinosaur.
I don't get the new actors and stuff, because what they said is good for children, because it teaches them about death. But it doesn't, does it? Because, basically, there's children now going around, well, at least when my gran dies, she'll turn into Peter Capaldi.
In fairness, when your gran dies, that really does teach you about death, doesn't it?
you pushed her.
Trevor, have you seen Doctor Who? You're from South Africa.
I'm enjoying this. I've never seen any of...
You've never seen Doctor Who?
I know Doctor Who's big, and in South Africa there's a lot of white people that enjoy it, and you know, the one thing I know about Doctor Who is recently they had the whole black Doctor Who discussion. They always have that. They had it with James Bond, and now they had it with Doctor Who. They said, "Oh, when are we going to have a black Doctor Who?" It's never. Like, no, I don't think it makes sense. Like, why would you, if you're an alien, why would you choose to be black? If you're trying to be, like, in disguise and going to places, it's just not... It's just like James Bond, he can't be black, because you can't blend in Moscow when you're black. Like, you can't... Because then it takes away this... He has to introduce himself. My name's Bond, James... But if you're black, then you walk in and people... Ah, it's Mr. Bond, Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond, everybody knows you. Don't force it. Just make another doctor or something.
Let's have a look and see if Doctor Who is up there. Let's talk about things. Yes, the 50th anniversary episode of Doctor Who was watched by 10 million people. True Doctor Who fans are called Whovians, and once they've left the room, dweebs, nerds and virgins. OK, John's team, what do you think the nation should be talking about this week?
Is it the football fixing scandal? Ooh. Apparently, there's been kind of all kinds of fixing in lower league games. I don't think it's an issue. These people aren't earning that much money in the lower leagues. When I used to work at Waterstones, if someone had offered me 50 grand to put a book under the wrong letter, I'd have done it. These people need the money.
Yeah, but the difference is nobody was cheering for you to put the book under the right letter.
No,
that would be hard. If I was your fan, if I was there watching, going, "Come on, Josh, you can do it, W, W," and then you're like, C, and then
What I don't understand is how it took them so long to work it out. My first question would have been, why are Asian people betting millions of pounds on the Northern Conference East? If I've got a mate and we're going, "Oh, I'm just going to nip into the bookies." "Oh, what are you betting on?" "Oh, Shanghai Tigers are playing this week." So you don't seem to know anything about the Chinese football.
As a Plymouth fan, I hope we have been fixing matches, because the other explanation is that we're shit.
Best chant I ever heard at a football ground was from Plymouth fans. I went to see Leyton Orient and Plymouth were playing. And at one point they went, "Are you watching Exeter?" And there was 0-0.
Our rivalry with Exeter is very vicious. I remember we played Exeter when their players got sent off, and Plymouth fans shouted, "You dirty northern bastards." They're 20 miles up the A38.
Claudia, what do you think of this match fixing?
Well, good. I think everything should be fixed, and we should be... So then we don't have to watch it.
We don't even have to do it. We don't really have to do it. If we all agree that Plymouth beat Exeter 3-0...
Who cares? Let's all have a nap. A, it's way too long, the football. 2, there aren't enough goals. I like, put goals all the way... Make it inside.
Put goals all the way round?
All the way round.
I was with you for a bit, and then when you said that, I think you should be removed from the committee for football improvement.
If I was a gambling man, I'm not really, but I can understand why you would want to fix the match, because obviously it reduces the odds a lot, doesn't it? You're more likely to win if you can get an organised crime gang behind you to make the result what you bet on.
Would you like to win this evening, Jack?
Win what?
We're playing a game.
Oh.
Are there scores on this game?
Oh, for fuck's sake,
What are the
Jack.
rules? I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw this episode.
I'll
Been
do
doing
it.
quite a good job already, but... Ask me a question.
What else have the nation been talking about?
Right,
let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, indeed. Yeah, 6 people have been arrested for match fixing in English football. It's the worst ever fix-it scandal. Wow, second worst. Sean's team.
Is it the fantastic news? I mean, there's good news and there's really good news.
Yeah.
That Iran have agreed to stop enriching uranium beyond 5% and to neutralise their stockpile of already enriched uranium. And if you told me that at the beginning of the year, I'd have said, "You're dreaming, mate." And they've pulled it off just before Christmas as well. And that's just
you know, I don't need any presents now.
It all sounds very Back to the Future to me. 5% of uranium, what will that power? Like a Breville? I mean, how much?
It's basically, you get really strong fireworks.
Is that what it is?
Amazing fireworks. You go, Jesus Christ! But you can't make bombs.
I
You
think,
can't...
basically they've agreed to not have uranium that they can use to make weapons.
I don't know why it's such a big thing, though. Like, America runs all of it, and they're the only people that have used the nukes, which like the only person with the criminal record is going, oh, oh, oh. I know what you guys will do. We're like, what? What we did. Everyone's got the nukes, and they're telling them not to have them. Well, except Germany doesn't have nukes because they're very sorry for what happened before. So, but everyone...
The Germans can't, because they'll do it again. We all know that. So sure, as eggs is eggs, the Germans will do it again. They made some mistakes, obviously, last time. They'll do it better, PR, etc. But
they can't have them in the house, basically. It's like me and What's-Its. I can't have them in the house. I know what I'm like. I know what I'm like. I'll eat them.
They do have sort of questionable human rights. Everyone's getting excited at the moment because the president is on Facebook and Twitter. But in Iran, it's called covered up Facebook. And if your wife misbehaves, it's perfectly acceptable Twitter.
Well, I can tell you it's not one of the most talked about things this week, but Iran has signed a historic nuclear deal. Some have long suspected that Iran is secretly developing a nuclear bomb, a charge strenuously denied by Iran's head of secret nuclear bomb development. OK, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things to get.
Is it not bras, that's right. Yeah, Queen's bra maker.
What happened?
Yeah. They wouldn't let me in. I said, let me in! I just want to be in the changing rooms. That's all I wanted.
What's the big deal?
I just want to be in a room where the Queen's had her tits out. That's
Yeah.
all. Let me in!
Sean, are you trying to throw this?
Yeah. No, is it the Bulgarians and the Romanians are gathering like a storm cloud of evil on the shores of Calais, about to invade our country? And similar to the Vikings, very similar to the Vikings came to burn our houses down. They're coming to do them up. It's the scaremongering of scurrilous papers like the Mail and the Express and Nigel Farage about Bulgarians and Romanians. We don't even know what they're good at yet. They're not here. Like the Irish are good at roads, Polish are good at plumbing. Bulgarians, fingers crossed, it's Knickerbocker glories.
I think it would be very nice if Romania came over and actually got the job of running UKIP and actually turfed Farage out. Someone called Nigel Faratsky or something.
Came in and undercut him.
Came in and undercut him, said, I can do this for less.
OK. David Cameron has announced benefit restrictions to migrants, so in a bid to curb the number of people coming to the UK. What would you do, Claudia, if you wanted to discourage people from coming to the UK?
Well, just show them a picture.
Show them a picture of the orange people that you guys have. Those people are weird.
What's orange people?
Yeah.
That's me!
You're judging people by the colour of their skin.
That's not skin, my friend. That's not
Dare
skin.
you? How dare you?
That is not skin.
Not the kind of thing we do here.
Is it? Can we not just have like a slogan like Britain so shit even the Scottish want to leave?
But didn't they try and put people off by saying it's cold here?
Yeah, they did. They were also saying that the streets were not paved with gold.
No shit.
No, they are paved with shit.
They've got to come. Who's going to breastfeed my kids? Will you do it for me?
It's a little bit sour. You get used to it. I always put a bit of icing sugar around my nipple.
Trevor, you recently come here, you worked here, what do you think?
You guys aren't very friendly, like, I mean...
What now?
Look, it's partly because of your weather and just, like, your lives and stuff, but you guys aren't...
The weather first, and then just our lives.
Yeah, and just you guys are very, like, you're not very friendly. I don't know why you guys are stressed out about immigrants as well, because, like, when it's sportsmen, then you guys love them. You don't want workers, you want sportsmen.
We should have some kind of border control that's basically like a...
Yeah, just have goalposts and then, like a cricket field. Yeah. It's like, hey, Stochki, how'd you get into the car? I hit the 6. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes! David Cameron has announced a series of measures to limit benefits for immigrants. I don't know, these Bulgarians and Romanians, they come over here taking our Polish people's jobs.
The cheeky girls, they were Romanian, weren't they?
And look what they brought. They're lovely. Didn't they both go out with Lembit together?
They did. No, they didn't.
Yeah, 2 for the price.
No, that's how history is written, with mistakes like that.
Is it?
Yeah, because originally what happened is one of them went out with him, but in time, because they're twins, everyone goes, yeah, they both... He was just had a sandwich non-stop going on all the time.
I watched him interviewed once, Lembit Opik, and someone, to get a laugh, they went, oh, yeah, what happened with you and the cheeky girl? And he just went, I was just really in love with her and then we split up. Fuck, you know, it was tragic.
I did a gig with Lembit Opik. I was on... He did his... Do you remember when he did stand-up?
I remember that, yeah.
After Josh, I've got a Lembit Opik anecdote. You go first, Josh.
Let's move on, OK. Fingers on buzz, there's one more thing to get.
Lembit Opik?
What? He's trying to throw this, don't let him.
Yeah.
They buzzed in. You buzzed in, John.
Well, it's I'm a Celebrity, isn't it, which is back on telly. Sort of like driving past a car accident, isn't it? You sort of don't want to look, but you see a bit of it and then you can't. There was an incredible bit this week where Matthew Wright was sick into his own hand, choking on a testicle or something.
Oh!
And Decker just watching him going, no, don't forget, you've got to eat all that. No, you don't get your little... Like a dog. He was sick in his hand, and they watching him going, if you want your little gold star, you're going to have to eat up all your sick. I mean, how can you not watch that? I mean...
Where was the testicle from?
It was his own testicle.
Jack, would you ever consider it? You went on Big Brother. That was pretty good. You won that.
Yeah, I did that for comic relief, though. And I wouldn't do anything else like that. No, I wouldn't do anything like that. Because they put you with all sorts of people. I don't know if you've watched the programme carefully, but there are other people on the show with you. And...
I'd just punch Ant and Dec. I hate those two.
What are you talking about? I love them. No, I'm in love with them.
They're a pair of dickheads.
They are not!
They're not funny.
You don't mean that. You're just saying that because you don't want to win.
To me, they're like one man with 2 foreheads. They're just...
You don't even mean this.
I do mean it. I'm sorry, this is a row I'm very happy to have.
Go on, let's go.
Do you not think Ant and Dec, you know, when they look at their career, the proudest moments are when they checked some Coronation Street actress's mouth to make sure she'd finished a bollock?
I only watch them. I can't watch what they're doing because it's too awful, and I don't want to watch them eat stuff and go on this, and they're scared of heights and trees, and it's dull and disgusting. But I watch it for Ant and Dec, who I'm in love with.
Right.
So I want to do the cheeky girl Lembit Opik sandwich with them.
Dear. I've eaten a sheep's testicle.
You did what, sorry?
I've eaten a sheep's testicle.
What did it do to upset you?
The farmer was livid, it has to be said. I have honestly eaten one. It was cooked and everything in Saudi Arabia. It was revolting. But you know what I'd like to see happen on that show? I'd love for suddenly one of those lost Japanese soldiers who doesn't know the World War II is over, just to come out and start shooting them all.
Right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, Prince William sang Living on a Prayer with John Bon Jovi and Taylor Swift at a charity event on Tuesday.
It's amazing how quickly you can become an embarrassing dad, isn't it? Like...
Nothing says self-awareness like a man who was born a prince singing a song about 2 people who are so poor that all they've got is their love for each other. It's a clueless bellend, that man.
Kate must have been livid, because she's bringing up a baby and he's gone out and got pissed and done karaoke.
I think she's all right. I don't think she's at home making instant milk. The baby has a team of people and she's on a beach somewhere.
She's got Bulgarian immigrants breastfeeding.
Also Also in the news this week, a poll has revealed that Brits are having less sex than 20 years ago. The survey also revealed that people are having more adventurous sex. I know I am. The other week, me and my girlfriend tried something we'd never done before. Lights on, socks off. Nigella Lawson has been involved in another public spat with her ex-husband, Charles Saatchi. To be fair to Nigella, I'd take drugs if I was married to a 70-year-old man with a face like a scrotum. And Kanye West has compared himself to Willy Wonka. Not surprising, he's going out with Kim Kardashian. Have you seen the size of her chocolate factory? So at the end of that round, Sean, Jack and Claudia have 2 points, John, Trevor and Josh have 3 points. What? The next round is Pick of the Polls. John, Trevor, Josh, pick a question.
Let's have the lady texting.
OK. Most people think the smartphone is the best ever invention. True or false?
No.
What do you think?
It's not, is it?
Like, it's not, Jimmy. We're done there.
I don't know. I don't think it's the smartphone. I think it's the things the smartphone has. That you know, I think Google's the best invention, to be honest. That's the...
Google's the best invention?
Yeah, Google is the best. Google has made us smarter as people. We now know the answers to things. Like, because of Google, there won't be another world war.
There won't be another world war?
Yeah, there won't. Because of Google now. Because now you go, what happens when world wars happen? And then Google shows you. Then you're like, oh, I don't want to do that.
I don't think Hitler was thinking, I've got no idea what a war is like.
Well, Hitler's not the Googling type, though. He's not the Googling type. He just does his own thing. There's Googlers and there's non-Googlers. Hitler's not a Googler. He's not a Googler.
Claudia, what do you think best invention?
We all know that. Fake tan. Hands down, full stop. Come on. Do you not agree?
Do you use fake tan?
All the time. Look at me. I'm bright orange, I hope.
I've seen like proper... You see, that's not... I've seen orange,
yeah.
orange.
Oh, here you are again, judging people on their skin.
I'm not judging. I'm judging. I'm commenting. Like, jokes aside, Jimmy, I'd never seen these people before. And then you
Where were
see
these
them.
people?
They were in a limousine driving around in, like, in London somewhere. And then one of them was out the roof screaming...
Is it an ambassador?
Of somewhere orange. Maybe the Netherlands. Maybe it was the ambassador of the Netherlands. I don't know.
Could have been the Oompa Loompas ambassador.
That's judging, and that's not cool, Jimmy.
I want to look, let's just be clear, like I've soiled myself. Like I've had a terrible, like that, and then I've just gone like that. That's... boom!
It's achievable. You want to look like you want to smother your face in excrement.
I want to look like... It's just like, oh, I've held the baby. Oh, it's everywhere, it's everywhere. I'll just put it on my face and my neck. Ready!
All right, so you think fake tan. Sean, what do you think the best invention of all time?
It's got to be the hat, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, before the hat, what people had to endure...
That's very ladylike, Claudia. I enjoy that noise.
She's just about to tan herself.
Anything coming from the sky, generally, if you live on this planet for a while, anything that comes from the sky is bad. It's rain, it's sun, it's wind. Sometimes it's like anvils, if you're in a cartoon. You need a special hat for that one. It's got to be the hat.
What about cheese strings?
Don't be so bloody childish. Not cheese strings.
It's not cheese.
We're talking sensible inventions.
Yes. String and cheese, it's two things that we needed, but now we only need them in
It
one
doesn't
place.
work. It doesn't work as string. I can tell you that. So if you try and wrap a parcel in that stuff, and it doesn't work as cheese because it tastes like the rim of a car door. You know that sort of rubber stuff.
He's right.
So it doesn't. It fails on both. What it has got is shiny packaging to attract children, who, as we know, are idiots.
Could the best invention, Jimmy, perhaps be God? Or the potato ricer?
What is a potato ricer?
Oh, it's amazing.
I've recently invested in a potato ricer. Incredible. It's the best mash you'll ever have in your entire life. And minimal effort, I mean...
It really is.
Just
So
bang.
smooth.
Sometimes I've got mash, I don't want it. I wake up and I've accidentally made mash. It's so easy.
OK, now I've got other contenders for brilliant inventions. I've got a 3D printer.
Oh.
This is like the new thing this year. Let me show you what we made. This is a genuine 3D print of John Richardson. You have a look at it from the side, it's really good. Look at that.
I'm not happy with it pointing at me like that. I'm starting to realise what it's like to be sat next to me.
John?
Yeah, we can get him next to John, yeah, sure.
Careful, Winnie. Christ.
What a little wanker. Unbelievable.
why would anyone want that? A 3D printer, what's the purpose of it?
Well, you could print anything. You could print... I mean, in America, they're printing guns.
Put that on my head.
Why not? It's like a really shit wedding cake.
The sad thing about that wedding cake is it's just John on his own, isn't it?
OK, you aware of a onesie?
Yeah.
OK, there's now a twinsy, which is like a onesie for sort of 2 people.
That's disgusting.
Josh, I'll pop that on. It's a twinsy.
That's a onesie for people with personal space issues.
While you put that on, Trevor, you don't like the weather here?
You say it like I don't like the weather, like you like the weather, like everybody likes the weather.
I've got something for you. I've got you a full-body umbrella. Try that out for size.
Oh, yeah, that's very...
Keep in there, fella. You can put it up, don't panic.
It looks like a see-through Ku Klux Klan outfit.
This is fantastic.
No, you're right. Go.
Nobody's going to buy this. That's like a 3-legged race. What is that?
It's
you can't even have sex in it.
This is the most intense experience I've ever had.
Is this sex?
Yeah. Put up, Josh.
I don't know if it is.
Put up.
I don't know if it is sex, but I am going to count it to my tally if it is.
I don't even have to walk like this. I can walk normally.
Pop down your head.
You always broke my foot!
I got you this, Sean. It's a new invention. It's a tie that's got booze in it.
Oh.
It's a flask. It's a flask tie. If you're going to events, you can drink booze out of it.
I bet they haven't put any in.
Yeah, no, we put booze in. Don't panic. I insisted there was booze for you.
Thank you.
For the businessman with problems.
So where's the booze?
You bite it a bit and squeeze it.
Oh, Jack
and
knows
squeeze
how
it
to
into the teeth and suck.
It's not booze.
Is it not booze?
Yeah, fuckers.
They're not giving the booze. I didn't insist. It's cider, apparently.
It's my kryptonite. But it won't work, will it? Because if you're just sitting at a meeting chatting around, why is your tie moving like that? Do you think anyone would be suspicious at the meeting if you started sucking?
Jack, I've got this for you. This is an invention. This is apparently to help you learn how to smile better. What it is it's a gym for the mouth. So what you do is you just pop that in your mouth.
Oh.
And then you can exercise your mouth so that you're better able to smile.
And it also works as a diaphragm as well for women.
So you put the whole thing in and then you can exercise.
That is not what this is for.
It is what this is for.
Are you sure?
No, it's
the
not.
fur hasn't fallen off.
Oh. I feel like a blow-up doll. That's what I feel like. Oh, well, thanks anyway.
OK, we'll get some answers on this. So, most people think the smartphone is the best ever invention, true or false? What do you think?
We're going to say false.
So you think people will think the smartphone is the best ever invention? What do you think, Sean?
I'll say yes. Just to make it interesting.
OK, well, I can tell you the answer is false. Only 29% of people think the smartphone is the best ever invention.
No, it's
Sean, Jack, Claudia, pick a question.
Well, the billboard.
All right. Most people admit they're easily influenced by advertising. True or false?
Hey?
Well, I just asked. Most people admit they're easily influenced by advertising. True or false? What do you think?
I haven't had cider for a while. The reason I don't drink it. It affects me.
See? See what you've done to him? Look, he's crashed now.
It affects
it's okay, Sean.
me. Tiniest amount affects Gemma! Advertising. It's funny that how would you know? Because you are naturally drawn to things. If you keep saying something over and over again...
You definitely are, but I think people would like to think that they're stronger than that, which, of course, we're not.
Have you bought anything recently, just on the basis of
I
an
only
advert?
buy stuff because of adverts.
Where were you when you saw the advert for introducing new shitface?
OK, let's take a look at this ad. This stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. It got a lot of attention recently.
I mean,
see what you think.
Is that an ad for fake tan? Because you see my point. I mean...
That was an ad for lorries, because lorry drivers naturally like a man that can do the splits.
It's also educational for sometimes you're driving along the motorway and Jean-Claude Van Damme jumps on your roof and you think, I'm going to get rid of him. And you think, oh, I'll just drift away from the car next to me. Not going to work. Not going to work.
Do you think you're influenced, John? Do you buy stuff based on ads?
I'm not.
Oh, great.
I've had enough of advertisers using, like... I mean, sell your thing with the thing it's good at. Like the Jean-Claude Van Damme thing, they're saying it drives straight. You know, advertisers advertise something by just things that are nice. That bloody car advert with the wrap on it. And the guy's just going, oh, sometimes it rains and then you have chips. And then they go, oh, do you want a fucking car? Because chips are nice, aren't they, on the beach? McDonald's do it as well. Like, oh, if you're a new family, McDonald's will keep you together, won't it?
McDonald's is weird. It's weird though, because I did a casting for them. They had a description for the ad. They said, we're looking for people to come do this McDonald's ad, come for the McDonald's. And then they described, oh, we're looking for funky, young, mixed people, groups of people that look like they're cool. And then they literally wrote at the bottom, people who are generally in shape, please not people that look like they eat McDonald's.
OK, well, making adverts isn't easy. Have a look at this.
The line is baked in a buttery, flaky crust.
Baked on a buttery crust.
It's close.
Baked on a buttery, crispy crust. Flaky. I like flaky out again. Baked on a buttery, crispy crust.
Damn. Flaky.
I thought. Okay. Baked in a buttery, flaky crust. Did I screw up again?
Yes, you did.
I did? That.
Baked in a baked oat. Baked in a buttery, crispy flake.
That was a great ad. What is the ad for marriage? What was that?
That was an ad for euthanasia. OK, most people admit they're easily influenced by advertising. True or false? What do you think?
True.
You're going to go true? What do you think?
I think it'll be false. People like to think they aren't, but they are.
I can tell you the answer is false. Only 19% of people admit they're easily influenced by advertising. Personally, I'd only agree to do subtle ads for products that I really believe in. Why? Because I'm worth it. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your question. Biggest turn-off on a date?
Oh.
Go on, Claudia.
A fancy car. There's something wrong with a man who has to drive a nice car. I won't get in it. I won't sleep with them. I won't talk to them. I will just immediately close the door and say bye-bye.
What would be your ideal vehicle of choice? Would it be like a minicab?
No, I'd like a very old, dilapidated car, perhaps that you would have to get into from the back. Nothing would work. Man, he's wearing a fisherman's sweater. Maybe he's got some paint on his hands, because actually he's an artist as well as a fisherman. His hair's like that. He's singing to Duran Duran. He'd get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd fuck him as well. This is your fantasy. This is...
What does your husband drive?
I don't know. I don't let him out the house.
The biggest turn-off on a date. What do you think, Sean?
Well, I made a big mistake once when I was at a bar with this woman, and I thought it was quite cool. I said 2 glasses of champagne, and then I remembered. I said, oh, and a saucer of milk for my rat. And that put her right off.
Jack, what do you think? Worst thing on a date?
One of the worst things, and I've done this, is I met a girl many, many years ago for a drink in the bar on a first date, and what you mustn't do ever is start a small fire in their hair. I was lighting a cigarette, and you know how a little tiny bit of the match can come off sometimes? Flicked up, and it landed in her hair as she was looking that way, and it went tss, like that, and there was some smoke coming from the back of her head, and she said, "Can you smell burning?" And I had to say, "No, I can't."
Biggest turn-off I've been on a date is M4 Junction 15. Sweeps down and back up. You don't really... It just looks that big, but because you're going uphill, you get to the lights and you get a lovely view of Swindon there. And there's a drive-through Costa on the left. Lucky girl.
What do you think, Josh? You strike me as quite a ladies' man.
No, I'm not good. I went on a date that was so bad. At one point, we were struggling for conversation so much, she got out her phone and started choosing a new ringtone.
How old was she? About 11? What did she choose? Like, "Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me," or something?
It was the funeral march that she chose. No, she just chose, you know, the traditional ring ring.
She wasn't right for you, Josh. She wasn't right for you. I could smell a bitch like that a mile. Wish she'd have had a little bit of cider on the old lip.
I had another bad incident when I was meeting a girl and I was meeting her outside the pub and I thought I was quite tired. And when I'm quite tired, I think if I do a few stretches, it'll wake me up. Right. I didn't see her coming, so as she was walking down the street, it looked like I was limbering up.
What were you doing? What kind of move? Show us the move.
Well, so you start with something simple, but it was a long... I didn't realise it was a long street, so it would have started like that.
Yeah, sure.
It got quite pelvic by the end. So there was kind of that one, and then kind of...
Waiting for a girl.
Waiting for a girl just working on those hamstrings.
Yeah.
You don't want to pull one of those at a vital moment later.
Yeah, it was a disaster. Yeah. This whole thing's really brought up some bad memories for me.
I've never felt so good.
OK, so biggest turn-off on a date? What do we think? Let's get some answers.
I don't know, bad breath.
B.O.
I think B.O.
B.R.C.
is the right answer.
Oh.
Yes, the biggest turn-off on a date is smelling of B.O. If you're on a date with someone who stinks, try and ignore it and make small talk. Ask them what part of France they're from. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Jack and Claudia have 3 points, John, Trevor and Josh have 5 points.